On 97.9 The River. Tonight's game brought to you locally by Metro Community FCU, Food Fair, Ashland Milling Company, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby, Community Trust Bank, Toyota of Ashland, McLeod's Body Shop, Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen, Giovanni's Wholesale, Kentucky Farmers Bank, Primary Plus, Desco Federal Credit Union, and Putnam Stadium Restoration. And now, with our football action, the legendary Dickie Martin.
Good evening, everybody. We're coming to you live here from Clark's Pump and Shop, Putnam Stadium, getting ready for the first round of the KHSAA State Tournament for football. I'm Tyler Rowland, and we're going to have a great night tonight. It's going to be for the 9th time. Ashland and Mason County will be competing against each other. Familiar foes. Mason County, who was in the same district as the Tomcats for a number of years, starting back in 2003. And the Tomcats come in with a record of 6-4 in this one. Meanwhile, Mason County coming in, and they have a record of 3-7, but are a little better than that record shows, and they've played some tough competition tonight. It should be hopefully at least somewhat of a dry game compared to what it was earlier. We've had some lightning delays, multiple ones that have hit, and it's delayed our start until 8:15. So we're about 26 minutes away right now from starting. And with me, proud to have the West Virginia Hall of Famer, Bill Cornwell.
Hey, Tyler, we waited it out. We're going to have football. It looks like the rain is gone and things. Of course, with this fine turf in its second year here at Clark's Pump and Shop, Putnam Stadium, I think that we weren't going to have any major problems. And it's good to see the Tomcats. I think they kind of washed the last week's came kind of out of their system, and I think they're ready to do the best they can, despite the fact they're a little, maybe in some spots, a little depleted. They do the best they can in the postseason, and it starts tonight with a Mason County team. And you mentioned it, 3-7. You think, man, they're not very good, but you got to realize some of the people they have played. The last 3 games they played tough Northern Kentucky competition. They lost to Highlands 42-6. They lost to Cub Calf 2 weeks ago, 52-0. And then they lost to Newport Central Catholic last week, 42-21. And even before that, they played Harrison County, lost 35-7. So they have not been playing any cupcakes, especially late in the season. And, just not up to the standard of some of the opposition. As far as teams locally, they played Boyd County back in September, on September 12th, and they lost to the Lions 42-6. And they played at Lawrence County on October the 3rd, and the Bulldogs beat Mason County in that game 41-13.
Nicely said, Bill. And starting off here, the first round of the state tournament, we've had some games played already, as we mentioned, and the way this works for the first 2 rounds, the teams are paired by district. Ashland is in District 6 and is paired against District 5. Of course, they get a fine luxury playing against District 5 that they have Highlands and Covington Catholic, who usually are both top 5, if not top 3 teams in 4A, and it's a class that's stacked top to bottom. And right now, the first game, of course, Ashland is a 2 seed in the district. They're opening up against Mason County. Johnson Central, the 1 seed, would defeat the 4 seed in the District 5. Harrison County, 48-16 last night. And as you mentioned, Covington Catholic will play Boyd County. The Covington Catholic, the 2 seed in the District 5. Boyd, the 3 seed in District 6. And Highlands playing Greenup County. Highlands, the 1 seed in the district, and in District 5, Greenup in District 6. So,
and basically, Ashland is 2 things have to happen. Ashland wants to win tonight, obviously, but they're kind of rooting for the Musketeers.
Yeah,
because basically, Musketeers upset Highlands tonight. That game would be here next week.
It would be a home game.
It would be a home game. That's a big ask for the Musketeers, but we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and then the winner of the second round game next week, the winners of that will be paired into two regions of 4 teams, which is determined by the RPI.
Yeah.
The teams with the highest RPI, which is based off of strength of schedule, mostly that will determine how they seed. Then the final 4 teams will be reseeded again. And then the state finals, of course, at Kroger Field. We're going to take a break and come back here at Clark's Puppet Shop, Putnam Stadium, Doug Childers Field, and the Dick and Dickie Martin press box. We'll have Coach Chad Tackett on 97.9 The River.
Tired of seeing those dings, dents, and scratches on your car? Then you need to see McLeod's Body Shop, your trusted partner for all things auto repair and restoration for 45 years. At McLeod's Body Shop, they're not just in the business of fixing cars, they're in the business of turning heads. Their team of skilled technicians are dedicated to bringing your vehicle back to its prime, no matter the make or model. From minor touch-ups to major overhauls, McLeod's Body Shop has you covered. McLeod's Body Shop says, go Tomcats.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Clark's Puppet Shop is honored to serve the tri-state area with money-saving monthly specials on items that you love. Download from their app from the App Store. Or even more great value, sign up for their Clark's Loyalty Rewards to get cents off gas and earn points on each purchase to redeem for free products. Stop in today for fast, friendly customer service. Clark's Puppet Shop is a proud supporter of the Ashland Tomcats, fueling our hometown spirit every day. Return, refresh, and refuel at Clark's Puppet Shop.
Looking for a secure savings account? Come to Desco Federal Credit Union and explore our latest offers. With great rates and top-of-the-line personnel, Desco insures your money for at least $1 million. Relax and put your money where you know it's safe and growing. Desco Federal Credit Union is located at 1211 Carter Avenue and other locations in Ohio and West Virginia. Stop in or go online. An account at Desco is just what you need. DescoFCU.org.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
3, 2, 1. Coach Chad Tackett of the Ashland Tomcats as they're getting ready to compete against Mason County. And right now, Coach, the playoffs are starting. Everybody across the state is 0-0. I know we've dropped a couple lately, but looks like there's a real opportunity with this team.
Yeah, that's been our message all week. Is we're starting out 0-0 and as well as everybody in the state. But it's a new season and we just got to take it one week at a time and try to continue to get better.
Mm-hmm. And when it comes to injuries, Cam Davis, what were we expecting with him tonight?
It's day to day. I mean, we'll evaluate and see, let him run around and go from there.
Mm-hmm. And seeing Mason County on film, I know that they are a lot better than that record shows. What were your thoughts on them and how they could potentially cause some problems for us?
They're athletic. They do a good job with the vertical passing game, getting the ball downfield, taking deep shots. So they got 2 guys capable of throwing the ball downfield. They're big up front, and defensively, they do a good job running the ball. And, they play hard. So we'll definitely have our hands full.
What did you think of the team? I know this we were starting new, but I know it's hard dropping a couple in a row. And although it was to 2 really good teams, what was your message for them to try to keep them up and keep them going?
Just keep doing what we do. Just work. I think when things don't go your way, the only thing you can do is go back to work. And Dan Campbell talks about it with the Detroit Lions a lot. He talks about grit. It's what it comes down to. It's grit. It's willing to get back up, pick yourself back up, and put your shoes on and get back to work. And that's all I know. I think that's I try to convey that to the kids that you just got to work, and you have some adversity and you go through some bad games like we have. The only thing you can do is just try to get better and continue to work. And that's what I've tried to do, and that's what we've tried to do this week.
Tanner Stutler at quarterback. He came in last week, and his first start against a potential 3A state champion at Lexington Catholic. And saw some bright spots in him. Talk about his development, what to expect this week.
Yeah, he's been progressing well throughout the season. We did want to throw him to the wolves early on, and we're just trying to let him get his feet under him, spot playing a little bit. We felt like last week, Justin had a banged up knee, and we just felt like maybe it was the right time to unleash him and let him get going. And I thought he did a fantastic job. Just to be in that kind of situation and to be as young as he is, and without that much experience, I thought he did a really good job. And I thought Justin's done a good job this week, playing some wide out and stuff too. So, I believe in both those guys, and I think hopefully it's a connection we'll see, throughout the future.
And the last question, Mason Wolf. Last week he had 6 receptions, including an incredible catch deep. And this year he's been such a talent on the team and such a leader. Talk about him and his impact.
Yeah, he's a great. First of all, he's a great young man. Just a great student. Great character kid, and really good here on campus. And but on the football field, he's just a playmaker. And, he does a lot of stuff for us. Wears a lot of hats, and he's so talented in so many different ways. And we've not always done a great job trying to get the ball in his hands, but when he does get the ball, he makes things happen, and he's got the ability to make the first defender miss. Stretch a 5-yard gain into a 50-yard gain. So he's had a great year for us, and I'm really proud of him.
Awesome. Appreciate you, Coach, and we will be right back here on 97.9 The River.
Game day is here, and Food Fair has you covered with tailgating and party trays. Whether you're hosting the big game or heading to a party, Food Fair has what you need to make a great day, win or lose. From wings and tenders to fresh fruit, veggie trays, and sandwich platters, there's something for everyone. Call ahead and Food Fair will handle the prep so you can focus on the fun. Food Fair, delightfully local, deliciously fresh, and your tailgating and party headquarters. FoodFairMarkets.com.
Hey Tomcats fans, with spring just around the corner, Ashland Milling Company is your one-stop shop for everything you need. For your yard, they offer 50-pound bags of weed and feed for only $39.95 and 50-pound bags of crabgrass preventer for $34.95. And don't forget about your garden. Ashland Milling boasts the largest selection of bulk garden seeds in the tri-state. Ashland Milling Company would like to say thanks for letting them serve you for over 150 years. Go Tomcats!
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust Bank has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We have even more great services like Apple Pay and Google Pay. Make payments directly from your smartphone. And Zelle, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet at ctbi.com or stop by and see us at one of our 79 branch offices.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Primary Plus is invested in your health and invested in the health of our communities. With over 14 primary care locations throughout our network, including locations in Ashland, Grayson, South Shore, Vanceburg, and Moorhead, we are more than just a healthcare provider. We are a doctor in the family, caring for every stage of life, including pediatrics, women's health, primary care, mental health, and on-site pharmacies that are open with affordable pricing and exceptional service. Primary Plus is always welcoming new patients. Visit primaryplus.net to learn more about our mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. You're listening to Ashland Tomcat Football on 97.9 The River.
Big thank you to our Tomcat Marching Band as they perform the national anthem, and we're coming to you here from Clark's Pump and Shop Putnam Stadium, Doug Childers Field, and the Dick and Dickie Martin press box. Tyler Rowland here along with Bill Cornwell, and tonight the Tomcats at 6-4 get ready to take on the Mason County Royals at 3-7. On paper, the Tomcats average 30.5 points per game. Mason County at 17.7. Ashland allows 15.7 points per game in the upper tier of 4A, ranked number 6, while Mason County allows 31.9. The Tomcats average 342.7 yards per game in total offense. The Royals 216.1. The Tomcats are giving up 200.3 yards per game. Mason County is giving up over 300 per game on that front. On paper, the Tomcats look to have the advantage, but as the old saying go, that's why they play the game. The first of 5 games wins it all. And we wanted to take the opportunity to wish Doc Stoudemire a happy birthday. Doc, who for many years, a successful trainer with the Ashland program, and of course always terrific, I know, helping Dickey with a very good stat guy. Very, very good guy to talk football with. Had him for health my sophomore year, second period it was, and great memories in that class.
And not only that, but Doc in recent years has been, I would say, was Dickey's score source. Doc would just inundate Dickey with scores, especially from in Kentucky.
Yeah, one of the best out there, that's for sure. Happy birthday to you, Doc. And we also want to congratulate the Ashland volleyball team who finished their season today in the Elite Eight of the state tournament. Head coach Jason Clark. And I was so impressed, first off, against a tough Whitley County team this week in the first round of the state tournament. Hats off to Whitley County. They sent a huge crowd coming 3 hours away especially. Ashland will pull out the first set in that game, 27-25 after trailing 22-19. The second 25-21 after trailing 12-5 at one point. And then they would build a 17-7 lead. Whitley would cut that 29-19, but Ashland would hang on 25-21 to take the 3-set victory in volleyball and advance to the state quarterfinals where they finished their season. So congratulations to them, 37-5. Also congratulations to the 7th grade football team, an impressive 58-6 win over Ryle last week to advance to the Final Four of the state tournament. We're talking about Ryle and a top program in Kentucky toward the northern parts, and just fresh off a state finals appearance. Of course, they have the Savage, that's literally his last name is Savage, a finalist for Mr. Football in Kentucky. And the Tomcats will travel to Meese Middle School tomorrow afternoon to compete against Somerset in the semifinals of the state tournament. Should they advance, they will play the winner of Connor and Bullitt East. Of the 8 matchups between Ashland and Mason County, 5 have been in the playoffs. The first being 03, the only 2 times Mason County defeated Ashland, beating them Tomcats 25-14 to win the district and 44-21 to win the regional finals that game. And a game Ashland actually led almost midway through the fourth quarter. Ashland has since won 6 in a row, including a 42-14 victory here in Putnam Stadium last season, where Braxton Jennings would run for 300, and the team as a whole would have close to 500 yards on the ground. So it's step 1 for Ashland and Mason County tonight in the playoffs, as the Tomcats finished second in the district to Johnson Central in 4A District 6. Meanwhile, Mason would finish third in their district behind State Powers, Highlands, and Covington Catholic. Common opponents between the two, as Bill mentioned earlier, were Boyd and Lawrence County. Looking at that, the spot for next week, as we talked about, also depends on the Greenup and Highlands game. You really want to see Greenup pull that upset off, just because you're talking about a 3-hour drive if Highlands wins as projected. And looking at some of our other area teams, as the 7th grade team is being honored at midfield. Again, big congratulations to them, and a nice ovation here. Good crowd turnout despite the rain bringing what it is. As in other teams in our area, Raceland has a bye this week and will advance in the first round of the 1A playoffs. Raceland looking to the 4 state final appearances since 2017. They're looking to pull it off this year. Fairview, who finished their season 5-5, of course, played Sayre, who beat Raceland last year in an exciting state championship match. State championship game, 44-14 last year, and then they beat Fairview this year. So Fairview finishes up 5-6. A big congratulations to Alex Roy. What a job he's done with that program. Russell now 9-2 after they defeat Carroll County 48-0. And
that was a solid win for Russell last night.
That was, wasn't it? And one more win, they'll have their first. I think the last time they had 10 wins was 2014.
It's been a while.
They won the region. So big performance from T.J. Maynard and his program. And then Rock Hill, coached by 2020 state champion Tony Love, Well, at 7-4, they will take on Northeastern. I mentioned today Tony Love.
Yeah.
What a run he's had.
Yeah, they're playing tonight, and you realize, used to in the Ohio playoffs, a lot of Lawrence County teams, of course, Ironton not in because of obviously their issues with program issues. But the Fairland usually makes the playoffs. Didn't make it this year. Cold Grove did. They lost at home last week, so they're done. The only team that in Sims Valley. They had a bye last week, so they're beginning their playoffs this week in Ohio. But the only team that from Lawrence County that played last week and won was Rock Hill. So congratulations to Coach Love and the Red Men.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and Tony Love, 15-8 at Rock Hill coming into tonight, and only 2 winning seasons for Rock Hill between 2008 and 2023. Tony Love has had 2 winning seasons.
No doubt.
Phenomenal showing.
Doing a great job. Hey, before we we kind of lose time on it. There were 4. There were, besides the Johnson Central game last night. Of course, they beat Harrison County down in Painesville 48-16. There were 4 other 4A games last night. Boyle County beat Whitley County 52-6. It was Corbin, Luke Salmon's bunch, shutting out Russell County 35-0. Franklin County 65-0 over Wagner, and Valley shut out Western Hills 46-0. And that so we had 5 4A games last night.
Wow!
Start the playoffs.
And Franklin County, a big thank you to our good friend Tim Beeson for updating me on that last night. Franklin County, who got up big early.
Yeah.
I remember in 2020, they were big underdogs against Boyle County in the state finals. Nearly pulled it off that year. So it'll be exciting to see them as now Ashland getting ready and Mason bringing the captains out. About 6 minutes to go until kickoff. We're going to take our last break. We'll be right back here on 97.9 The River.
Drive home a winner all season long with your trusted Toyota dealer, Toyota of Ashland. Visit them at 3503 Winchester Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Give them a call at 606-744-2727 or visit them at toyotaofashland.com. They look forward to seeing you soon.
Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen, located at 230 16th Street in Ashland, is a great place to go for scrumptious home-style cooking and a friendly family atmosphere. Choose from a menu featuring yummy breakfast, tasty soups, salads, sandwiches, and entrees, and don't miss their mouth-watering daily specials. Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen's open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., closed on Sunday. Come on down and enjoy a delicious home-cooked meal at Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen, 230 16th Street in Ashland.
Spend an evening with 5-time Grammy winner Layla Hathaway, daughter of legendary Donny Hathaway, coming to the Joan C. Edwards Playhouse on Thursday, November 20th. Her rare talent and stunning vocals range from R&B to pop, jazz to gospel. Layla Hathaway is an artist, singer-songwriter, and producer not to be missed. For tickets, call the Martial Artist Series at 304-696-6656 or Ticketmaster. Sponsored by Kindred Communications.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-399-7272. 800-399-7272. Again, that's 800-399-7272.
When the game is on the line, you need reliability and your trusted Toyota dealer. Drive home a winner with Toyota of Ashland. Visit them at 3503 Winchester Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Give them a call at 606-744-2727 or online at toyotaofashland.com.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
And we're back as the teams are meeting out at midfield for the coin toss. Out for the Tomcats, who are wearing maroon jerseys with white trim and white helmets. And And Bill, see.
It looks like Mason County has won the toss and deferred. So Ashland is going to get the ball to start the game.
Yeah, so Ashland, the captain's out tonight. Brody Simpkins, number 2, the junior. Trent Gist, number 9, the junior. Number 57, Wyatt Riley, the sophomore. And number 63, Ben Ream, the junior from Mason County. Number 6, Micah Payne, the senior. Number 35, Javon Tennell, the senior. Number 42, Tayden Carrington, the senior. And number 61, Will Dodson, the senior. So the Tomcats to open up with the football, and about 4 minutes to go until the kickoff in this one. Your final thoughts, Bill?
Well, again, you said at the start of the broadcast, it's a new season. Clean slate, 0-0. 5 wins to get a state championship, 4 wins to get to Kroger Field. Mm-hmm. You got to get the first one to get to those 4 or 5, and Tomcats would certainly love to get a good performance together and stay healthy just in case they do win tonight, so that they'll be ready to go at least in week 2. But they're ready to roll. The Tomcats coming down the steps to our left or to our right here at Clark's Pump and Shop Putnam Stadium and ready to roll.
Right, yes, they are in their maroon jerseys, gray pants, and white helmets. Mason County and white jerseys with blue trim of white helmets. So as the Tomcats are meeting up, some final discussions as a memorial to Dickie Martin, the boy forever, the voice of the Tomcats, playing on the board. Our good friend, like he's right here with us as the Tomcats are in huddle now. And a fun fact on the helmet, they have these stickers that they get on Bad Cats, and it's both for making big plays in a game, but you also get them for big plays academically as well. Remember, as a player, Coach Hart was very big on that academically. Of course, Coach Tackett is too. As now Ashland, who's coming in a very interesting situation because they usually like to kick first, but they'll be receiving tonight.
It's funny you mentioned Coach Hart. Well, we got a couple moments. I don't know if you've been able to hit this on earlier broadcasts, but just recently, Coach Hart was inducted into the EKU Athletic Hall of Fame.
Yes.
He, of course, before he came to Ashland, he was on Roy Kidd's staff. As a matter of fact, he was the offensive coordinator for the Colonels back in the 90s. Remember many times when Marshall and EKU were getting together, either in the regular season or in the playoffs. That I remember encountering Coach Hart, and then very exciting when he came here to Ashland and did such a great job with the Tomcat program, but I'm very proud of him that he was inducted into the EKU Athletic Hall of Fame. That's maybe about a month ago.
As the Tomcats break huddle, and here they come onto the sideline here at Clark's Pump and Shop Putnam Stadium. Has plenty of noise. Again, a great crowd tonight, and Bill, that's a great tribute because Coach Hart, what a job he's done. And we talked just recently, and always good to catch up with Coach Hart. And Coach Hart, I remember coming in, just what he had, because, of course, Coach Love and Coach Benting, who were phenomenal coaches, also really wanted that job. And when he came in, they really took to him and built a great friendship there. And
you think about how fortunate Ashland was. You get a guy who had such great experience at the college level who said, I like to come down and coach high school football, and comes to Ashland, and again, just outstanding. I mean, the guy knew a lot of football. Coach Hart knew a lot of football.
Yeah, he had a good way he related with players, and a fun fact, and because this is a credit on him for taking the time he did, and a credit to Coach Tackett for his dedication. But Tackett would come down after his own practice at Fairview and spend time with Coach Hart, learning the game on some nights. When I would see them sometimes after practice.
And I know Tony Love will tell you that he learned a lot working under Leon Hart too.
Yes, a big congratulations to you, Coach. As the Tomcats coming out on the field, as that's going to be number 30, Trevante Taylor, him and number 12, Tanner Woodman, out to return the kickoff from Mason County as the lights flashing all over the field.
And we're starting about 45 minutes late, but you know what? It's kind of worked out, Tyler, because, it's bone dry right now, and, the temperatures for second weekend of November are not bad. I mean, we're probably like mid-50s right now. Not bad at all.
It could be. I think at Bell County 2002, that game was about the same week, and it was raining hard, and it was a freezing night outside. As Micah Payne, it's an onside, and he kicks it to about the 40 where number 34, that's Luke McCoy, falls on it. They came out and huddle, and you'll see some teams do that. They'll act like they're going to kick and back on, and he just kind of snuck up there and kicked it from the huddle when they were together, and Ashland was able to recover. They'll start at their own 39.
And you know what, Tyler? You see maybe why they wanted to defer. I think they had this master plan. Exactly, right off the bat, this master plan to try that little something tricky to start the game.
Shotgun formation, too. That's Lyons and Duckweiler on the far side, and Hughes at the near side at wideout. It's handed off to Davis up the middle for a gain of 8. Stutler will be playing quarterback. Justin Hughes playing his first game at wide receiver. They worked on that some this week as it's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Tomcats. They're at their own 47-yard line. No score, 11:38 to go here in the first quarter. Duckweiler and Davis on the far side, along with Simpkins down the backfield with Stutler. It's a pass thrown and caught by Lyons at the 45-40. He's going to break 30-20, and he gets tackled at the Mason County 16-yard line. Got hit Lyons right over the middle on 2nd and 2 for a huge gain.
Micah Payne makes a saving stop for Mason County. Unfortunately, on that play, Sam Lyons slow getting up.
Yeah, does that say? So Lyons, as he's being tended to, they got him from the legs as the Ashland will have it. They'll have it on the Mason County 17. When we get back, we're going to, actually Lyons is up, so he's being
helped. That is not good.
He's right now. Looking to see has his arms around the trainers, and I'm looking to see how looks like he's putting a little bit of pressure on.
He's trying to put weight on, and but they're going to have to do a little work on him. Take him over here to the medical area and check him out.
No score. Tomcats in the red zone. 1st and 10 on the 17 of Mason County. Stutler at quarterback and shotgun. That's going to be Cam Davis to his left. On the near side is Mason Wolf at wide out. Dylan Duckweiler on the far side. As Stutler gets it, hands it to Davis. He's going to go 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cam Davis, number 19 on the year for the senior. And the Tomcats take a 6-0 lead, 1 minute, 4 seconds in.
Yeah, 3 plays. That's all it took. And that's pretty impressive. And you know what? For a guy that had to be helped off the field last week, Cam Davis is running pretty doggone good. Mm-hmm. He showed that his 2 runs a lot of speed.
Mm-hmm. Yes, a good cut up the middle. As now Ashland going for the PAT. 6-0 here. 10:56 to go in the first quarter. Ream to snap. Woodman to hold, Barnett to kick. It's snapped, holds good, kicks up, and it's good. Ashland is up 7-0. 10:56 to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back here on 97.9 The River.
Tired of seeing those dings, dents, and scratches on your car? Then you need to see McLeod's Body Shop, your trusted partner for all things auto repair and restoration for 45 years. At McLeod's Body Shop, they're not just in the business of fixing cars, they're in the business of turning heads. Their team of skilled technicians are dedicated to bringing your vehicle back to its prime, no matter the make or model. From minor touch-ups to major overhauls, McLeod's Body Shop has you covered. McLeod's Body Shop says, go Tomcats.
No down payment? No problem. Here at KFB, we make homeownership easy with our no down payment home loans. Whether you're buying your first home or ready for something new, KFB is here to guide you every step of the way. Apply today and take the first step towards your dream home with no money down. Restrictions apply. Not all applicants will qualify. KFB, the better bank. Located at Ashland, Catlettsburg, Louisa, Summit, and Wheelersburg. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
7-0 Ashland, 10:56 to go first quarter as they score on a 15-yard touchdown run by Cam Davis. As now Troy Barnett, number 83, to kick for the Tomcats as his team leads 7-0. That's going to be number 4, Reed Anderson, the sophomore back. Number 6, that's going to be Micah Payne, the senior back to return. As Anderson gets it, and he gets up to the 20 on the near side and gets tackled. So Mason trailing Ashland 7-0 will get their first possession with the football, Bill.
We'll see if they have any more trickery in the bag. They came out and tried an onside kick out of a muddle huddle, and that didn't work. And Ashland actually, got a relatively short field out of that and cashed in on 3 plays. So we'll see if Mason's got something in the tank to try to challenge what was an impressive start for the Tomcats.
7-0 Ashland, 10:50 to go in the first quarter. Mason breaks huddle, and they like to, they'll see them spread it out some. They're going to come out, 2 wideouts on the far side, and they're going to start out in a strong I formation, strong right. It's going to be handed off up the middle, and he's met right at the line. Maybe pushed back about a half yard, as that was, I believe that was number 3, Leonard Avery.
Yeah, and Avian Lee met him right in the hole, and no gain on that play, looks like.
So Avery, the lone player on Mason County that returns from last year, they lost their quarterback who threw for 27 touchdowns and their top 3 receivers here as they trail Ashland 7-0, 10:19 to go in the first quarter. It's 2nd and 10. They're on the Ashland 21. They're going to be in shotgun this time, back left, H back right, and 2 wideouts on the near side, 2 wideouts on the far side. It's caught in the backfield. He's rolling left. He's going to try to throw it downfield, and it's incomplete. As that was number 8, Gregory, the quarterback. Gregory, who's back there now, so incomplete is his first pass. Mason, this will be their first 3rd down attempt tonight, 3rd and 10 on the 21, their own 1-yard line. They'll need to get to the 31 to get the first down.
Mason Grooms was the intended receiver on that one, and pretty good coverage by Tanner Woodman downfield for the Tomcats.
Woodman, who seems to be improving every game this year.
Yeah.
And that's on all phases. He's been quite the special teams player as well. As Mason now, it's going to be shotgun, wide out on the near and the far side. Or no, he's going to go under center, split backs formation, a back to the left and right of Gregory. He's going to fake it one way, hand it off the other, and it met right in the middle by the Tomcats. Looks like that was number 27, Luke Ellis, that got in there on that.
And Avian Lee being there again.
Lee again.
So, again, forget it right now trying to go up the middle against this Tomcat defense.
Yes, that's going to be a loss of 2, 4th and 12 now. Mason County on their own 19. Ashland ahead 7-0 here in the first quarter. They're going to send out number 6, Micah Payne, to punt. He's going to punt from about his own 3. Meanwhile, Mason Wolf is lined up about the 49-yard line in Mason County territory. It's a high snap, caught. Payne is going to punt it. High kick. It hits the ground on the 42, rolls out to the 50, and into Ashland territory about the 47-yard line, where it'll be fielded by number 40, Caleb Roy, the sophomore for Mason, and that's where Ashland will take over.
It's about a 34-yard punt.
7-0 Ashland, 9:11 to go here in the first quarter.
And another short field.
Yeah, that's true. Ashland, who
only got 53 yards to go to pay dirt here.
As they're going to come out shotgun, 2 wideouts to the far side, 1 on the near side. Simpkins lined up to the right of Stutler in the backfield. 7-0 Tomcats. Mason County showing blitz on the right side. As Stutler talks to the coach Dowdy, the offensive coordinator on the sideline, gets the adjustment. Simpkins moves over to the left side of Stutler. It's snapped, it's handed off to Simpkins' right side, and he's going to be gobbled up before he can get back to the line by Mason County. Number 61, Will Dodson, in on that tackle. A little bit of a high snap and an awkward exchange on that.
And that high snap messes up the timing. Because when you're running that kind of a play out of the shotgun, it's all about timing, and if that little bit of delay gives the defense a chance to recover.
Hughes on the near side at wide out. Wolf, Davis, and Duckweiler on the near side. Hughes on the far side. Simpkins to the left of Stutler in the backfield. He's going to get it again. He gets up to the 50 on 2nd and 11 and about the 48-yard line in Mason County. A gain of 6 on his second carry.
Nice physical run that time by Simpkins. Took about 3 guys to get him down.
Yeah, as now Ashland's going to have their first third down conversion. Coming up, the Tomcats, who have it 3rd and 5 on the Mason County 48. They need to get past the 43 to get to the first down as they lead 7-0 with 8 minutes to go in the first. 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Now Taylor in the backfield. Stutler's going to try to throw it deep to Hughes' left side. And Hughes with the catch. Oh, he got it at the 14-yard line.
What
about
a play.
Right over the defender, number 6, Payne. He lofted it up on the left side. Hughes that was an acrobatic catch, Bill.
To use a basketball term, Hughes showed some hops right there. He just absolutely out-jumped Micah Payne to win that ball.
Wow, as Ashland right back on the line as it's 1st and 10 on the Mason 16. That's Taylor in the backfield. 2 wideouts on each side, shotgun. It's handed to Taylor. He goes and he's going to plow up, gets close to the 10, a gain of about 5, maybe 6. Depending on spot, so that's going to be the first carry for Trevontae Taylor.
Yeah, Will Dodson was hanging on for dear life there as Taylor got a nice little head of steam up the middle.
7-0 Ashland, 7:09 to go here in the second quarter. 2nd and 5 at the Mason County 11. They're going to come out with Cam Davis to the left of Stutler in the backfield. The H-back is Taylor on the left side. Duckweiler and Wolf at wideouts on each side. They fake it to Davis, throw the slant to Wolf, and it's incomplete.
And a flag on the play.
And a flag. That looked like they had him by the jersey, and that's probably what it's going to be.
Micah Payne, I believe, is the guilty party there.
Mm-hmm. So we'll get the official, and that's the case. It's going to be pass interference against Mason County. The first penalty of the game either way is Ashland leads 7-0 with 6:50 to go. Here in the second, they're going to have it 1st and goal from about the 6 after the penalty. It's half the distance. Shotgun with Davis to the left of Stutler. It's going to hand it off to Davis. He's going to cut back to the 5-4, maybe the 3. And that'll be 2nd and goal coming up, and they'll have it about from the 3-yard line as Davis gets his 3rd carry.
Leonard Avery on the stop for the Royals.
2nd and 3 for the Tomcats, or 2nd and goal from the 3, as Davis again to the left of Stutler in the backfield and shotgun. The tight end, number 7, Keys on the left side, fakes it to Stutler, or fakes it to Davis. Stutler's going to carry it to the left side and get tackled at the line. So Mason now makes it 3rd and about 4 for Ashland as they read the fake and get Stutler before he can get back.
Javion Tennell made that stop as he was able to get a hold of Stutler's feet at about the 5, and Stutler was able to at least fall for maybe, of course, it's a 1-yard loss, though.
7-0 Ashland, 5:50 to go in the second quarter. It's Stutler and Davis. Handed off to the right to Davis, and he's going to run in for touchdown. Wow. Number 20 on the season, Cam Davis.
How great is that when you got blocking and it's so solid on a play that basically Cam Davis, when he got around the right edge, walked in.
Yeah, Davis, who untouched on that 3rd down there, is now Ashland up 13-0, 5:44 to go here in the first, as that's going to be Barnett out to kick the PAT. That's going to be Marucci snap, hold by Woodman, kicked by Barnett, good. Ashland 14-0, 5:44 to go in the first. We'll be right back.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe your money should give you choices. That's why we've created My Choice accounts. Checking, cashback, and savings designed to match the way you live. Whether you're focused on building savings, managing your day-to-day spending, or planning ahead for the future, My Choice gives you the flexibility to do it your way. Take control and make choices that fits you best. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
14-0 Ashland with 5:44 to go in the first quarter as Barnett gets ready to kick off again. Another update, Covington Catholic leading Boyd County 41-0 in the third.
Wow.
They will travel. Impressive showing as they will travel to Johnson Central.
It's been a bad end of the season for the Lions, I got to say.
Tough size. Barnett's kick, it's way into the end zone. That's a touchback. 5:44 to go in the first. Ashland 14-0 over Mason. And Barnett, what a kick there.
He was juiced up for that one.
Yeah.
But, we talked about last week, anytime the ball touches the end zone in high school, it's touchback. There's no chance to go out and do a run with it.
As now Mason County coming out, they trail Ashland 14-0 as they had their first possession, went 3 and out, and were forced to punt, as that's going to be shotgun formation, a shotgun empty backfield, as that's all. As Gregory throws a screen pass, and it's caught, and Simpkins brings him down. As that was caught by, I believe that was Payne who caught that one. Payne, the leading receiver for them. His jersey's kind of folded up on.
Brandon McGee brought in a little bit of pressure there on Micah Payne, but did not get there in time to make a play.
2nd and 8, Mason County coming out. 3 linemen at the line of scrimmage, and the formations are scattered. They have 3 wideouts on each side. Some are eligible, some are not. Gregory fakes the pass to the left side, and it's picked off by Simpkins. He's going to go and get tackled at the 10-yard line. Here is Ashland leading Mason County 14-0 with 4:54 to go in the first quarter. Brody Simpkins gets the interception. They tried to go over the middle that time, and he gets to the Mason County 10.
And I'll tell you what Simpkins did that time. He basically was like playing possum there. He kind of backed up in the zone, and although a lot of the Mason County receivers were a little bit further downfield, for some reason, underthrown ball and playing in that zone, he just right there, Johnny on the spot.
First and goal from the 10 for Ashland now, and they lead 14-0 with 4:54 to go in the first quarter. They're going to come out in shotgun, they're going to go to the wishbone. That's going to be number 34 Luke McCoy, number 2 Brody Simpkins, the tailback positions, and number 4 Rade Rucker, the fullback. Stutler under center. He's going to give it to Simpkins at the 10, and he more tripped, but he ran into another. It looks like Big Dotson, number 61, and he's a big dude. He got back there and moved the pile a little bit to make the stop.
As much as anything, though, I think that play was kind of doomed because I think there was a trip from the Tomcat offensive line.
There's now, that's going to be McCoy and Simpkins tailbacks. Roddy Rucker fullback, 14-0 Ashland, second and goal from the 9. Rucker, he's carrying it and gets a couple before he's dragged down by multiple defenders. So first carry for Roddy Rucker, and it's going to be third and goal from the 7 now for the Tomcats. They lead 14-0 with 4:09 to go here in the first.
Yeah, and they're making major personnel changes there, so won't be any shotgun here with the third and goal coming up. I like them using Rade Rucker because Rade's a very physical guy, and I really think he's great as far as giving him the ball, let him just kind of bully his way for some yardage.
Ashland now in shotgun, 2 wideouts to each side. That's Trevante Taylor to the left, to Stutler in the backfield. Third and goal from the 7. Stutler drops back, throws a slant over the middle, just to the hands of Mason Wolf. So now that's going to make it fourth and goal from the 8. 3:38 to go in the first quarter. Ashland ahead 13-0.
And you notice that Barnett is not going on the field. Coach Chad Tackett, confident in this offense that even though it's fourth and goal, he thinks they can put 6 on the board here.
Yeah, so now they're going to come back out. They're going to go shotgun trips to the far side. That's Wolf, Duckweiler, and Farrow. And Justin Hughes on the near side, isolated. Taylor to the left to Stutler in the backfield, out of shotgun. Stutler drops back. 3-man rush. He's going to go to Taylor, and it's nearly intercepted by Payne. They tried to send Taylor out to the flats. Payne was there to read it, and the pass is incomplete. So Mason County with a goal line stand here with 3:34 to go in the first quarter. Ashland ahead 14-0.
And Payne is kicking himself because he had he could have waltzed into the end zone, although he had to go about 95 yards to do it. But
he had
there was nobody who was going to get in his way if he would have caught that ball.
Yeah, he had it there. But now Mason coming out on offense. They'll start from their own 8 here with 3:34 to go in the first quarter. It's 14-0. Tomcats leading as whistle blows, and Mason County.
They're going to take a timeout.
Yeah, looks like some.
They are.
They are. So we're going to take it as well. We'll be right back here on 97.9 The River.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-399-7272. 800-399-7272. Again, that's 800-399-7272.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
First and 10, Mason County. They're going to hand it off to number 4, Anderson, up the middle, and he's going to gain 3 out of split backs. As now, actually about 2, it's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Royals. They trail Ashland 14-0, 3:07 to go here in the first quarter with the ball in their own 10. As they come back out, they're going to go back to shotgun, back right, a wide out on the near side and the far side. Or no, it's a toss play, and they're going to go in a hard hit in the backfield. That was number 34, Luke McCoy, and number 5, Keyshawn Newman that got back there. They tried to toss to number 3, Avery, who has some speed, but not able to get it there that time. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for Mason from their own 12.
Luke McCoy put the bear hug on.
That was McCoy, who's been McCoy, who also had a 17-yard rumble up the middle against Raceland, a tough runner as well. They're going to go under center this time. Split backs, tight end right, wide out to the on each side, and Ashland jumps. They sure did. So that 3rd and 6 from the 12, their own 12, is now going to be a 3rd and 1 for Mason County from their own 17.
It looked like Keyshawn Newman was a little bit anxious.
A little bit.
So so this is the first real short 3rd down that the Royals have had. So an opportunity here at least to sustain a drive, because if not, they're going to be stuck deep in their territory, punting it right back to Ashland.
So Mason County will have their second 3rd down attempt.
3rd and 1.
Yeah, 3rd and 1 coming up from the 12, as they will
17.
Or sorry, the 17. Yeah. Yes, it's 3rd and 1 to 14-0 Ashland. 2:19 to go in the first. As they're going to go split backs again. That's going to be Campbell in the backfield on the right side, as they're going to go up the middle, and they're met at the line. I don't think they got it, at least from my angle. They ran up the middle, and Brody Simpkins was right there hitting the A gap to stop the play with 2 minutes to go in the first. That's going to be close. We'll see where the official spot
is. Looks to me like at the most. Well, there they gave him a first down. Looked to me like that was only like about a half-yard gain, but they're calling it first down, and the chains are moving over on the far side.
So Mason County with their first down of the game, as they get it via the run. And they'll have it 1st and 10 now from the 18-yard line. 1:32 to go in the first quarter. It's 14-0 Ashland. As Mason now will come out. They'll again go split backs, one wide out on each side. That's under center is Gregory. He's going to hand it off up the middle, and McCoy there to get it. And I got a couple Tomcats got there. I see Rade Rucker, as that was number 4. That was That was Anderson again, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Mason from their own 18. Ashland leading 14-0, 1 minute to go in the first.
Now, Anderson is listed as a wide receiver, but he's doing a lot of the running for them, so they've kind of switched him into the backfield.
Yes, Mason now will try to continue the ball movement here as they will come out and shotgun, 2 wideouts to each side. That's going to be number 3, Avery, to the right of Gregory as the tailback position. Gregory's going to drop back and roll out. He's under pressure from Brucker. He's brought down immediately, almost as soon as he dropped back. He was under pressure, and that's going to be a loss of about 5, maybe 4. So that's going to be a 3rd and long coming up for the Royals. Their third down attempt I have them at now.
And that's going to do it for the first
be
quarter.
The end of the first. So
yeah.
Ashland leading 14-0. We'll get back. Mason County will have it 3rd and 13 on their own 15 here on 97.9 The River.
Our Kindred Communications family of stations reminds you of the need for blood donations to the Red Cross. Blood is always needed. It may save your life or the life of a loved one. This reminder is brought to you in part by
the providers at Marshall OBGYN. Online at marshallhealth.com/OBGYN. The Area Agency of Aging, Southern Ohio's designated Aging and Disability Resource Network. And Swisher and Losi, independently owned with free local delivery and drive-through service. 636 East Main Street in Pomeroy, Ohio.
Game day is here, and Food Fair has you covered with tailgating and party trays. Whether you're hosting the big game or heading to a party, Food Fair has what you need to make a great day, win or lose. From wings and tenders to fresh fruit, veggie trays, and sandwich platters, there's something for everyone. Call ahead and Food Fair will handle the prep so you can focus on the fun. Food Fair, delightfully local, deliciously fresh, and your tailgating and party headquarters. FoodFairMarkets.com.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
14-0 Tomcats as they start the second quarter leading Mason County. Mason County now on offense, they will have it 3rd and 13 from their own 15. They'll be going right to left on your dial. Ashland going left to right as they're going to come out and shotgun, 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 isolated on the far side. That's number 3, Avery, to the left of Gregory at the tailback position. Mason County needs to get to the 29 to get the first down. It's snapped. Gregory under heavy pressure throws it deep to Payne, and it is deflected out. Trevante Taylor and Mason Wolf were back there ready for that one. As now let's go, and that's what Mason likes to do, and they're good at it. They go deep. So 11:53 to go here in the second. Mason County has it 4th and 13 from their own 15-yard line as they're going to send out Payne to punt as they trail Ashland 14-0. So Payne now, he is lined up right at the goal line. Mason Wolf, number 1, back to return for Ashland. He is lined up on the Mason County 43, and it's snapped to Payne, kicks high. Goes to the 35-40 and it's bounced. It's rolling, giving Ashland a friendly roll, and goes back to about the 35 of Mason County. So the Tomcats again with a good starting field position as they'll have it 1st and 10 starting from the Mason County 35. It's 11:45 to go in the second quarter as they lead 14-0 over Mason County. Another scoring update, Highlands leading Greenup County 35-0 at the end of 3. So that makes it a running clock situation. So that is where, should Ashland continue to hang on, they will play there next week. Ashland coming out in shotgun, 3 wideouts on the far side, none on the near. That's Stutler, and to his left is Brody Simpkins of the backfield. As Ashland's up 14-0, 11:45 to go second quarter. Faking the counter to Simpkins, thrown across the middle. Hughes catches it at the 25. He goes to 20 and gets tackled. That looked like he forced it in a little bit, did Stutler, but Hughes able to somehow come out of there with it, and now that's another first down for the Tomcats via the pass.
Kyson Fox was the defender on that play. Looked to me like he had the inside track to catch that ball, but he kind of overran it, and Tomcats, Hughes come away with it.
Ashland 1st and 10 on the Mason County 20. 2 wideouts near far side. Simpkins at the H-back right side. Davis on the left side at tailback. Stutler's going to fake it up and he's going to run it up the middle for about 3. So Stutler gets his second carry. He's going to get Ashland to about the 18-yard line, where they'll have it 2nd and 8 with 10:55 to go in the second quarter. It's 14-0 Mason, or 14-0 Ashland. As they have it 2nd and 8, they're going to break huddle, and it's going to be Stutler and Simpkins in the backfield. 3 wideouts on the near side. That's going to be Duckweiler, Hughes, and Davis. As Simpkins counter, and he fakes it. Stutler's going to carry it again. 20, 15, gets down to about the 12-yard line and takes a huge hit from number 42, Aiden Carrington of Mason County. So that'll make it the 3rd down again. I believe the 4th time the Tomcats have had it on 3rd down tonight. They converted a touchdown on one, got a 1st down on another, and got stopped on another, as they have it at the Mason County 13, 3rd and 3. 10 minutes to go, second quarter. It's 14-0 Ashland. That's Stutler and Davis. He's going to hand it off to Davis up the middle, and he's not going to get there. He's got 1, 2 at most, probably more like in the 1-yard range. So now 4th down for the Tomcats, the second 4th down they've had tonight. 9:45 to go in the second. They lead Mason County 14-0. So actually, it's going to be 4th and about 3. So Davis now, him and Stutler in the backfield. Davis to his right, Simpkins to the H-back on the right side. A wide out on each side, tight end right. It's snapped. He fakes it to Davis. Stutler under pressure. He's going to run out left side, and he has daylight. 10-5, touchdown Tomcats. Tanner Stutler under pressure, able to break free, and he gets Ashland onto the scoreboard to make it 20-0 with 9:18 to go here in the second quarter. So the Stutler now with 88 through the air, and I have him at let's see, I have him at 20 on the ground. So as now Barnett comes out to kick the PAT, 9:18 to go in the second, 20-0 Ashland. It's snapped and held, and Barnett's kick, that's close. That might be left. It was left.
Yep, wide left.
So with 9:18 to go here in the second, the PAT no good. Ashland leading 20-0 over Mason County. We're going to take a break here on 97.9 The River. We'll be right back.
Tomcats fans, with spring just around the corner, Ashland Milling Company is your one-stop shop for everything you need. For your yard, they offer 50-pound bags of weed and feed for only $39.95 and 50-pound bags of crabgrass preventer for $34.95. And don't forget about your garden. Ashland Milling boasts the largest selection of bulk garden seeds in the tri-state. Ashland Milling Company would like to say thanks for letting them serve you for over 150 years. Go Tomcats!
Looking for something more from your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly, professional staff at one of our many branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Barnett to kick off as Ashland leads 20-0 with 9:18 to go here in the second quarter. That's going to be Payne, number 6, and Anderson, number 4, back to return for Mason County. The last one was a touchback, and this one, wow, he's getting them into the end zone. Barnett again, and Mason County, who's struggled with field position for much of the night, will start from their own 20.
He probably used anger to get that one into the end zone after missing that extra point.
That's true. Not happy with that miss. PAT is Mason County coming out now, as the Royals just not able to generate much in terms of offense. Have them at 2 yards through the air, and right now in the negatives or actually close to the negatives on the ground, as they also have an interception, a turnover, so they'll come out here.
As you mentioned, basically their offense is throwing the ball downfield and putting pressure on the corners and the safeties.
As they come out 1st and 10 from their own 20. It's snapped, and they go high to Payne. It's a miscommunication. Payne was running a short route on the left side. He threw sort of a fade.
And the closest guy, the guy who almost caught the ball, was Cam Davis on the bench. for the Tomcats.
Yeah, 20-0 Ashland, 9:14 to go in the second quarter. Mason County with it, 2nd and 10 on their own 20, as they're going to talk it over in the huddle. As right now here and at the timeouts, Ashland still has all three. Mason's used one so far. It's 20-0 Ashland, and right now the Tomcats I have at 71 on the ground as they are coming out in single back formation. Strong right, 2 backs to the right side. It's going to be handed off up to Avery up the middle, and he's not going to get anywhere. He may get a yard. So number 3, Leonard Avery. Again, Avery, the lone returner for Mason County that truly has experience for them from last year, as he's going to get a yard and a half about.
Yeah, Ryde Rucker and Keyshawn Newman, again, pretty solid there, holding the line for Ashland on the defensive side.
The 3rd and 9 for Mason County. They're at their own 21. They need to get to their own 30. As with 8:40 to go in the second, it's 20-0 Ashland. They're in shotgun, 2 wideouts on the near side, and 2 backs, a back to the left and 2 backs lined up near the tight end on the right side. Whistles blow.
Yeah, Micah Payne jumped the gun.
So that's going to be a false start for Mason. So that'll be their second penalty of the night. They had a pass interference earlier near the goal line. So that's going to make it 3rd and 14 from their own 16 for Mason County as they trail Ashland 20-0 with 8:30 to go here in the second quarter. As Cam Davis right now with 2 touchdowns on the ground, picking up his 20th on the season. Stutler with 1 as they're going to break huddle. And that will be a shotgun, 2 wideouts on the near side, back to the left of Gregory and H back to the right. Gregory's going to drop back. He's pressured quick. He's got to get it out there. He does. He gets it to Avery. He goes 25-30 and out of bounds about the 32-yard line for a first down for Mason County. He was under pressure and flipped it to like the little shuffle pass type to Avery, and that's good enough for a Mason County first down, and it'll be right at the 32.
Bryden Hughes could not bring him down. He had a hand on him, but he was able to get the ball away.
Mason County with 2 first downs, 1 on the ground, 1 through the air. As with 8:14 to go in the second quarter, it's 20-0 Ashland. 1st and 10 from their own 32. Mason County comes out. Avery's a single back, 2 wideouts on the near side, 2 backs lined up on the far side, and it's going to be handed off to Avery up the middle. He's met by Ryde Rucker and may get a yard or 2 up to about the 34-yard line, and here comes a flag.
Late flag coming from the far side.
We'll see what this one is. Maybe that was a little late to be something like a hold.
Well, it looks like they're pointing Mason's way.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the call.
$20-0 Ashland. 8:04 to go in the second. We're still awaiting the call.
Yeah, they had someone that should have been on the line was in the backfield, so that was illegal formation was the call.
So Mason County, their 3rd penalty, 2nd pre-snap. Both pre-snap penalties coming on this drive. That'll move them back to the 27, where they're going to have it 1st and 15, trailing Ashland 20-0 with 8 minutes to go in the second. They fake the counter and the handoff, and a big hit from Brody Simpkins in the backfield on number 4, Reed Anderson. They faked the counter, and the H-backs from the right side pulled over, and there was some confusion and some guys bumped each other. That's going to be a loss of 3.
But also, on that kind of a play, a lot of times the defenders might overrun, but Simpkins did not overrun the play. He kind of stayed home and makes the stop for a loss.
And those are always dangerous, those busted plays, as Mason County on 2nd and 18 from their own 24. They trail Ashland 20-0 with 7:24 to go in the second. They're going to come out with Gregory and shotgun at quarterback. He's got an H-back to his left side, a back to his left side, a wideout on each side. He's going to snap it. He's going to fake the handoff and take it up the middle, up to about the 25-yard line. Still breaks through tacklers, and he's going to plow up to about the 30, 31, 32. So Gregory, who was hounded at the line, able to showcase great agility, and now a 3rd and more manageable for Mason County.
And a Tomcat down on the field. And on that last play, Ashland coaches are not going to be happy. There were about 2 missed tackles on that play.
Yeah, a big guy like that, you've got to make sure you wrap him up.
Wrap him up.
It's 20-0 Ashland, 7 minutes to go in the second. We get back, it's going to be 3rd and 10 Mason County on their own 32-yard line here on 97.9 The River.
I believe we're still here, Tyler, still waiting to deal with the injured player. Not sure who that injured player might be. Notice Caitlin Gale, the trainer for the Tomcats, has already made her way back from Winchester in the volleyball match. So she's
Caitlin, who's had
she's doing double duty today.
Caitlin, who's had a busy schedule.
Yes,
as she's been on, of course, a soccer team with a deep run. That is number 33. That's Brandon McGee.
And they're having to help him, and he's kind of elevating his right ankle.
Yeah, we
not putting any weight on it.
Speedy recovery, and as now is it.
Caitlin Gale and Dr. Andy Gilliland are helping him off
on the
field.
sideline to help him, and hopefully we'll see him return soon, as it's 3rd and 10. Mason County on their own 32-yard line coming up, as they'll need to get to their own 42 for the first down. 20-0 Ashland lead. Mason in shotgun, 2 wideouts to each side. That's number 3, Avery, to the right of Gregory in the backfield. They send him man to motion from the near to the far side. Snaps, bundles. Simpkins nearly got it, but Gregory able to fall on it about the 20. So that'll be 4th down for Mason County.
That almost became a play you could put in football follies, because Gregory just about kicked that ball toward his own end zone, and there were Ashland players running to possibly cover it, but Gregory was able to at least protect the possession.
So 4th down as Mason County paying back to punt. 4th and 21 for the Royals on their own 21. As Payne, he's lined up about his own 5, and that's Wolf lined up at the 50 to return. It's a punt. It goes the 40-45, caught by Wolf at the 50. He's looking as Taylor makes a block. He tries to get back, but he's dragged down. He's going to go backwards, and he gets tackled by a host of Mason County players at midfield. A flag came down, and Ashland will have it close to midfield. Another late
flag.
As that's with 6:05 to go in the second. It's 20-0 Ashland, and the Tomcats will have it 1st and 10.
Let's see if there are maybe offsetting penalties here. One of them might be a dead ball foul. Unfortunately, Wolf couldn't break away from the coverage, and because of that, the official right in front of us probably saw some kind of a push in the back or hold. We'll see what the calls are, and it looks like calls. Yep.
Block in the back.
Block in the back, so I saw what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, if Wolf could get farther downfield, officials may not see that, because that would have been behind the play, but it was right in front of him.
It looks like he's getting ready.
Now here's a dead ball, personal foul against Tomcats. Boy. It's offsetting. Okay, we probably had a little push shove at the end of that punt.
So Ashland, who got tackled right around midfield as Wolf tried to return it, Ashland leading 20-0 right now. 6:05 to go in the second, and they will have the ball, but it's going to be spotted back due to the block in the back against the Tomcats. That's their second penalty. The other one being an offsides that they picked up earlier on 3rd and 6. So now this will move the Tomcats back to about that's going to move them way about the 37-yard line, as that's where they'll take over. 1st and 10, 6:05 to go in the second quarter. They lead 20-0. That's Stutler with Farrow to his right and Taylor, the H-back, on the left. A wide out on each side. They're going to hand it off to Farrow, left side. No, it's a fake. Thrown to Taylor in the caught the 40, 45, 50. Taylor turning on the Jets. 35, spins out 30 and gets brought down about the 28 of Mason County. A gain of 34 on the play, and Stutler's third pass of 30 or more yards now.
Tyler Mellencamp made the touchdown-saving play there for the Royals defense. Don't know if he's related to John Cougar.
Oh, yes. As that's going to be, so a gain of 34 on that play, as now Ashland will have it 1st and 10 on the Mason County 28. Here with 5:32 to go in the second, they lead Mason 20-0. As number 34, Luke McCoy, the H-back on the right side. Farrow at tailback to the left. It's going to be Stutler carrying it left side. 25, cuts back at the 20, has room. 15, a flag comes down and cuts to close to the 12 about, but we'll see what that flag is. It falls in the range of holding, I would lean. And we'll see what the official call is. Stutler had a big hole on the left side on that play, and he took advantage of it. As now Wolf coming back in, and we'll see what the official call is. Right now it's 20-0 Ashland with 5:12 to go here in the second quarter, and we will see where this spot. So a block in the back against Ben Ream of Ashland. That's going to make it 1st and about. It's spot of the foul, so it's going to be 1st and about 13. So Ashland with 2 blocks in the back on this drive. 1 on the punt return and 1 now. So they'll have it 1st and 13 on the 31-yard line of Mason County as they come out in shotgun. That's McCoy, and to the left of Stutler, Farrow to his right. 2 wideouts on the near side. 1 far side, 1 on the near side. As it snaps, Stutler hands it off to Farrow left side. He's going to go 30, 25, 20. Farrow 15, 10, a flag down. He gets into the end zone, and Eileen, this one's going to be called back. But Farrow, a 31-yard touchdown run, but we will see the official call on that.
And this is another one downfield for some reason. That I don't know if these are in this case might be a receiver trying to block downfield, got caught. Yep. Called it on Justin Hughes.
So Hughes has to be fair to Hughes. This is his first week playing wideout. Oh yeah, that was a so it's going to be after the so it's going to be now 1st and 9.
So they actually gained
Ashland.
3 yards on that play.
So that's 1st and 9 for the Tomcats from the 27-yard line. So they need to get to the Mason County 18 to get a first down. Hughes and McCoy, or Farrow and McCoy in the backfield with Stutler. Same play to Farrow left side. He's going to cut it up and get to about the 25, 24-yard line. So a gain of about four on that play.
Yeah. Good to see the Tomcats using Farrow, who's such a talented kid. Quick kid, didn't really get many touches last week, so good to see him get, because he is a talent. He's a young talent.
20-0 Ashland, 4:26 to go in the second. 2nd and 5 from the 23 of Mason County. 2 wideouts on the near side, 1 on the far side. 2 backs with Stutler. It's handed off to Davis. He's going to go up 15-10 and close to the 7-yard line. He gets tackled, so that'll be a gain of about 16 for Cam Davis and a Tomcat first down. So now with 4:06 to go here in the second, it's 20-0 Ashland.
Cam Davis is running with intent tonight, Tyler. It's amazing. I mean, a guy that he was out early last week, and he's making up for lost time in this game.
And I also want to congratulate Davis. I have him at 48 yards. That puts him at 1,000 on the season.
Good.
So 4:05 to go here in the second quarter, 20-0 Ashland, and Davis has 1,000 yards. Congratulations to him, as it's going to be 1st and goal from the 7 for them. What an athlete he's been. 1st and goal from the 7 for the Tomcats. That's going to be Stutler. Davis is left in the backfield. 2 wideouts, Duckweiler and Hughes on the near side. It's a counter play to Davis, and he's met right at the line. That's again number 61, Dotson, getting penetration in the backfield, cutting off that counter, so that's going to move Ashland back about a yard or 2.
You can tell they were pretty much keying on Davis on that play. Everybody said, go to 28.
Yeah, they were not going to let him get yardage, and that's sort of what you have to do when he's in there. Davis, who's had a marvelous career as a Tomcat. Ashland now 1st and goal from about the 9. Shotgun with Taylor, that's Taylor, Duckweiler, and Hughes on the near side at wide out. To his left is McCoy. It's handed off. McCoy's going to run it to the right side. 10-5 down to the 2 of Mason County. The first carry for Luke McCoy. And he gets down to the 2 of the 3, maybe the 2 of the Royals. So a whistle's blow, and it's like officials are discussing something. But Ashland now with 3rd and goal from about the 2, maybe the 3 coming up here as they lead Mason. Got a timeout, 20-0. We're going to take it with them. We'll be right back here on 97.9 The River.
Step into the magic of the season at Christmas at the Keith. Enjoy festive holiday tours and a Christmas tree auction inside the beautiful historic Keith Albee Performing Arts Center. Tour the decked halls November 14th through the 22nd. See stunning trees, bid on your favorite, and take home some holiday cheer. Learn more at keithalbee.com. Christmas at the Keith is sponsored by our community-minded partner, Kindred Communications.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
We're back. Ashland leading 20-0 with 2:54 to go in the second quarter. We certainly extend our prayers to Mason County as Payne, number 6, gets helped off the field. He's putting pressure on his legs walking off, but the trainers with their arms around him, and hopefully he'll recover quick.
That's a tough hit for Mason County because he is he's a big part of their offense too, and so without him, that just makes a bad situation even worse. Good news from Rupp Arena tonight. We've got a final about Kentucky almost doubles up Valparaiso. 107-59. The Cats get the win tonight. Definitely a big one for the Tomcats or the Wildcats. Now Ashland coming out. That's going to be Stuttler in the backfield, Farrow to his left, Taylor to his right at the H-back position, Duckweiler on the right side at wideout, Hughes on the left. He fakes it, and it's thrown, caught by Taylor in the end zone on the left side. Touchdown, Tomcats, the first through the air tonight as they go up 26-0. That's Trevonte Taylor with the catch, and Taylor now with a touchdown reception. They're going to the flats a lot tonight, and now with 2:42 to go in the second, it's 26-0. Ashland in the lead. They're going to send Barnett out for the PAT. They missed the last one. As Barnett coming in. Woodman to hold. Snap coming. It's held by Woodman's. Kicks up. And it is good this time. 27-0 Tomcats. 2:42 to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back on 97.9 The River.
Spin into the season with Marty's Merry Spin at GoMart. Find the Marty's Merry Spin display in store and scan the QR code to win big. You could score a $1,000 GoMart gift card, a $500 shopping spree, or a $500 charity donation to spread some serious cheer. Plus, unwrapped sweet treats like Snickers, Starburst, Skittles, and M&M's. So don't just walk into the holidays, spin into them. Head to GoMart, find Marty's Merry Spin, and let the merry winning begin.
Bigfoot here, checking in at Rustic Ravines RV Park in Genoa, West Virginia. You can find me at the Grill and Bar. The beer is cold and the pizza's so good that even the possum approves. Book an RV site or a cabin today at rusticravines.com or call 304-385-1085. Turns out I'm not that hard to find. When I need to get away, you'll find me at Rustic Ravines, probably soaking in the hot tub or cruising the trails. Rustic Ravines, 27 miles south of Huntington in Genoa, West Virginia. Rustic Ravines, 304-385-1085 or online at rusticravines.com.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
27-0 Ashland, 2:42 to go in the second quarter as Barnett's going to kick off. As Barnett, who's had 2 touchbacks in a row, we'll see if he can make it 3. As he kicks it, it's up, and way back, and it's another touchback for the Tomcats. As Mason County will again start on their own 20, as Ashland's leading 27-0 with 2:42 to go in the second quarter. The last touchdown, a 3-yard pass from Stuttler to number 18 to Taylor, number 30.
So it's the situation here for Ashland. Ashland's got all the momentum in this game. 2:42 left before halftime. Tomcats have 3 timeouts left here, so it'll be interesting to see if Chad Tackett, if the Tomcats will make some good defensive plays here on Mason County, if they maybe use some timeouts to save some clock.
Ashland will also get it back to start the – or no, wait, the Mason will get it to start the day. That's right. I'm so used to them See, it's shotgun, 3 wideouts to the far, 1 to the near side. Gregory's under pressure, and he's hit as he throws. A hard hit from number 34, McCoy, who got through there through the A gap, and now the ball just hits the ground with a thud. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 coming up for Mason County as they trail Ashland 27-0 with 2:36 to go in the second quarter.
McCoy's having a heck of a game on both sides of the ball tonight. He is, especially on defense, he is impact guy.
Yes, as now they're coming out, and they'll have 2 wideouts on the far side, 1 on the near, or 3 wideouts on the far side, 1 on the near. Back, that's Avery to the right of Gregory in shotgun formation. Simpkins showing blitz up the middle, and that's what he does. And another errant pass forced. Simpkins shot through the right side right as the ball was snapped and got the pressure in.
And that one looked to be mighty close to being a lateral.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
The officials did say incomplete pass.
They tried to throw it to the flats to the wide out, as now it's the 3rd and 10 for Mason County. They need to get to their own 30 to get the first down. 2:33 to go in the second quarter. As Mason County, I believe that's their 5th or 3rd down attempt I have them at, as they'll be in shotgun, 2 wideouts on the far and the near side. Back to the right of Gregory, that's Avery. And Simpkins, that same blitz on the right side shows, and from the far side, rather, it's a whistle blown, and
somebody jumped a little too soon for the Royals.
Now Ashland bouncing around at the line before the snap, and now sometimes that can cause the opponent to jump, and now 2 false starts and an ineligible man, or an illegal formation for Mason. Pre-snap penalties, 3rd and 15 from their own 15 now, with 2:33 to go in the second. 27-0 Ashland lead. Same formation, it's snap. Gregory to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to heave it deep, and nobody around it. A flag down.
Wow. Yeah, that ball was intended for Reed Anderson, and Wolf was on coverage. Are they gonna call Wolf for a hold or a pass interference here?
Yeah, that one, let's see, the official call is that one was thrown way downfield, but we will see what the official ruling is.
Question about that even be a catchable ball.
3rd and 15 now for Mason, depending on if it stands, it's 4th and 15. If it's pass interference, that will be a first down for the Royals, so a big call, no doubt, coming up. Holding against Wolf of Ashland. So both penalties will be administered. It was a personal foul.
So you know what? This is going to be basically a moot point, and it'd be a half the distance penalty against Mason after you administer what was against Ashland. So
Mason,
so we're back to 3rd down.
3rd and 15, Mason again. 2:27 to go in the second. It's 27-0 Ashland leading. Mason shotgun, 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near, a back to the right of Gregory at quarterback. Gregory's going to roll right. McCoy pressures him, gets a hit in on him, and it's another pass that's forced as that hits the ground. So Gregory again taking a hard hit.
That looked like a wrestling takedown by McCoy.
So 4th and 7, 4th and about 15 for. He got him actually. I thought the ball came out for a second, and that my fault. That's going to be 4th and very long, 26 from their own 5-yard line.
They started that set of downs from like the 20. They're all the way back to the 15 or the 5.
number 80, Keenan Galloway, in to punt now for the Royals, and he is in the back of the end zone. Dangerous time for Mason County. Payne, their regular punter, is out. Galloway's going to get it, though. He'll get it. It's low. Goes to the 25 of Mason County. Rolls up to about the 30, where Ashland will take over 1st and 10 with 1:30 to go in the second quarter. It's 27-0.
And another flag.
Ashland leaving over Mason. It's raining flags here tonight. We'll see what that one is. Ashland, who had a block in the back on the last punt.
That can't be a block in the back because there were no blockers where the flag was thrown.
Yeah, that was so. We'll see what that is.
Could this be a sideline warning on
Ashland, who got a block in the back on the last one, though. But we'll see what the call is this time as officials discuss.
Oh, boy. Somebody got in the way on the Ashland sideline with the official, and that's going to cost the Tomcats 15 yards.
The sideline interference, they called it.
It wasn't the sideline warning. It was, I guess there was contact with the official.
Unusual. Usually the sideline warning, they'll warn Ashland, but they are going to they'll warn first and then do the penalty, but the second time. But Ashland will still have it 1st and 10 on their own, on the 45 of Mason County starting out. They lead 27-0, 1:30 to go in the second. Shotgun to back to each side of Stutler. 2 wideouts on the near side, 1 on the far side. It's snapped, 2 backs to protect. Stutler's got it. He's going to go deep to Duckweiler and nearly picked off. Thrown just over him, and that one's going to be incomplete. So Ashland will have it 2nd and 10 from their own 45 here, as it's 27-0 with 1:25 to go here in the second.
Duckweiler wasn't able to get inside on Cage Anderson. Anderson kept the inside pressure there in the inside position, and he actually had the closer opportunity to get that ball, that pass from Stutler.
2nd and 10 for the Tomcats, who lead 27-0 with 1:25 to go second quarter. They're coming out in shotgun. That's going to be 3 wideouts on the near side, Farrow, Duckweiler, and that's going to be Wolf. On the isolated on the far side is Hughes. The back, Simpkins to the right of Stutler. He's going to take it, roll out right, throws it to Wolf in the flat. He's got it, gets up to about the 40, 39-yard line where he gets out of bounds. So the Tomcats will have it with the clock stopped at 1:18. 3rd and 5, of course, in 2-down territory likely, as Wolf with the catch. It's going to 3rd and about 4, actually, as it's 3rd and 4 on the 39-yard line in Mason County. 1:18 to go second quarter. Ashland ahead 27-0.
And Ashland still has 3 timeouts, and they need them.
Shotgun as 3. That's going to be Duckweiler, Wolf, and Farrow wide out on the far side. Hughes isolated on the near side. Simpkins to the left of Stutler. As it snaps, Stutler throws it to Hughes. It's caught. He gets down to about the 30-yard line of Mason County on the hitch pattern. So a gain of 9.
That was just pitch and catch there because Mason County's Cage Anderson and Casey Huber just basically gave major cushion that time to Hughes.
1:09 to go in the second. Ashland with it 1st and 10 on the Mason 30. Shotgun, 3 wideouts far side, 1 to the near. Stutler's going to roll to the right. He's going to the end zone. Incomplete, intended for Duckweiler, deflected by number 4 Reed Anderson with 58 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 for the Tomcats. As now they will have it on the Mason County about the 30.
I thought that one was going to go because that was a pretty well thrown ball by Stutler.
He got it. He got it near. Great hustle from Anderson as now the Tomcats will have it 2nd and 10. They are on the Mason 30 with 58 seconds to go here in the second quarter. That's going to be Wolf. That's going to be number 17 Kinser on the far side at wide out. Yeah, and Stutler at quarterback. To the left of him is Taylor. To the right of him is Simpkins. Simpkins handed off to on the left. He's going to go to the left side, but he's going to get met up before he can get back to the line. And that's going to be, I see, number 53, Tyler Mellencamp, in on that tackle. That's going to be a loss probably of about 1 with 44.3 seconds to go. Ashland up 27-0. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back here on 97.9 The River.
Hey, it's Big John. Are you hungry for a taste of home? Well, come on down to Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen, located 230 16th Street in Ashland. They serve bold-fashioned home-cooked meals and a true family atmosphere. From hearty breakfast to daily specials, there's always something fresh and on the table. Bring the whole family and let them do the cooking. Proud supporters of the Ashland Tomcats, Uncle Paul and Missy's is cooking up that hot Tomcat spirit. Uncle Paul and Missy's Country Kitchen, where good food and good company come together. You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
27-0 Ashland, 44.3 seconds to go here in the second quarter. They're going to have it 3rd and 11 on about the 32 of Mason County. They'll need to get to the 21 to get the first down. The timeouts, each team right now with 2 remaining.
Tyler, another final from college basketball tonight. Morehead State makes the trip down to Winston-Salem, loses to Wake Forest 81-65. So the Eagles are now 1-1 on the early season.
Shotgun, 2 wideouts to each side for Ashland. McCoy in the backfield with Stutler. He's going to roll out to the right. Stutler thrown and caught by Kinser. Logan Kinser with the reception, and that's going to be right around close to first. Actually going to be about a couple yards short.
4th and 2.
So Kinser, his first reception, a gain of 9.
He did get out of bounds. That was a smart play by Kinser and a good call by the Ashland coaching staff because that's a play they were pretty sure was going to work.
Yeah, as now it's 4th and 2. Ashland ahead 27-0 on the 23-yard line of Mason County. That's going to be Stutler. And to his right is McCoy at the tailback position. 3 wideouts on the near side, 1 on the far side. Ashland needs to get to the Mason County 21 for a first down. Snap, they fake it to McCoy. They're going to lob it to Hughes in the end zone. Caught by Hughes! His first receiving touchdown as an Ashland Tomcat. And it puts them up 33-0 with 33.3 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
Tyler, he made that play as if he had been a receiver all year because you noticed how he gauged where the ball was coming, stopped, let the defender go past, and made the play.
Hughes now his 3rd reception as Ashland coming out. Barnett for the PAT. Hughes up to 68 yards receiving with 33.3 seconds. That's a high snap, but a whistle. Penalty down.
Yeah, and that's a break for the Tomcats.
Yeah, it is.
Because that was about to be a disaster.
So offsides against Mason County.
Okay, so. Chad Tackett, you got half the distance to the goal. You're going to try for 2 here.
Yeah, he did this against Boyd County in 2022.
Don't look like they're
15-0.
Yeah, don't look like they're bringing anybody out.
They're going to go for the PAT, so 33-0 Ashland as they get half the distance on that penalty. But that's going to be now Barnett in to kick the PAT still. And
they just jumped off sides again.
Did they jump again?
They did. On the near side, 2 guys jumped again. Oh, come on. You got to do this now.
Yes.
Because now you were at the 1.5. Now you're going to be inside the 1.
Mm-hmm. So Ashland, they're still going to go for the PAT as Barnett in to kick. Still, they're not going to go. They could go to the wishbone with what they have out there. So Barnett now and 33-0 Ashland. He's going for the PAT. He gets it up, and it is good. 34-0. Ashland ahead, 33.3 seconds to go in the second. We'll be right back on 97.9 The River.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-399-7272. 800-399-7272. Again, that's 800-399-7272.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
34-0 Ashland as they score on a 23-yard touchdown connection from Tanner Stutler deep to a little fade route to Justin Hughes as now Barnett comes in to kick off. As Mason will return. Can he make it 4? Not this time. It's going to be caught by Anderson about the 5. He goes 10, 15, and he's tackled right around the 17-yard line. And that was number 76, Gabe Troggett, that got there. Troggett, the defensive MVP in the Kiwanis Bowl this year with a big hit. So now with 27.1 seconds to go, Mason County's going to come out in shotgun, and they'll have it 1st and 10 about their own, actually about the 18. They'll have it.
Troggett does not play like a ninth grader. He's really good.
He gets after it. He's a tough guy. Now that's going to be Mason coming out, and they're going to be in shotgun with Anderson, number 4, in the backfield. They're going to have split backs. Gregory under center, and he's going to hand it off to Anderson up the middle. He's going to gain 1, maybe 2.
Yeah. I think they just want to get in the locker room and end this first half.
And that's going to be the case. Mason with 2 timeouts, but electing not to go for it. So at the end of the first half, Ashland will be ahead 34-0 over Mason County going into halftime. So we're going to take a break and come back here with some stats. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
Looking for something more from your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly, professional staff at one of our many branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Our Kendrick Communications family of stations reminds you of the need for blood donations to the Red Cross. Blood is always needed. It may save your life or the life of a loved one. This reminder is brought to you in part by
the providers at Marshall OBGYN. Online at marshallhealth.com/OBGYN. The Area Agency of Aging, Southern Ohio's designated Aging and Disability Resource Network. And Swisher & Losi, independently owned with free local delivery and drive-through service. 636 East Main Street in Pomeroy, Ohio.
Spin into the season with Marty's Merry Spin at Go Mart. Find the Marty's Merry Spin display in store and scan the QR code to win big. You could score a $1,000 Go Mart gift card, a $500 shopping spree, or a $500 charity donation to spread some serious cheer. Plus, unwrapped sweet treats like Snickers, Starburst, Skittles, and M&Ms. So don't just walk into the holidays, spin into them. Head to Go Mart, find Marty's Merry Spin, and let the merry winning begin.
Bigfoot here, checking in at Rustic Ravines RV Park in Genoa, West Virginia. You can find me at the Grill and Bar. The beer is cold and the pizza's so good that even the possum approves. Book an RV site or a cabin today at rusticravines.com or call 304-385-1085. Turns out I'm not that hard to find. When I need to get away, you'll find me at Rustic Ravines, probably soaking in the hot tub or cruising the trails. Rustic Ravines, 27 miles south of Huntington in Genoa, West Virginia. Rustic Ravines, 304-385-1085 or online at rusticravines.com.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
We're back here on 97.9 The River as Ashland taking a commanding 34-0 lead at halftime as the Tomcats, just bottom line, they just opened up start to the current point and have done quite well. And an update on the scores of final score, Highlands defeating Greenup County 35-7. So that is where Ashland, should they hang on tonight, will travel next week to compete against the Bluebirds. I believe 1954 was the last time Ashland beat Highlands, if I'm correct. Actually used to play pretty often in the 60s and 70s. Met a couple times in Leon Hart's era. As now to go through some numbers for Mason County. Gregory, I have, again, these unofficial numbers, but 2 of 9 through the air for 17 yards. I have Mason County as a team. I have it 12. I have in the negatives in yards. Again, that's a part due to that Bob with that bad habit that on the rushing end. So Mason County with about 15 yards total on the game. Ashland an air assault tonight as they are 9 for 13 through the air, 172 yards. As it's been big, 5 different receivers catching the ball for the Tomcats. But Justin Hughes leading the way in that department. His first reception as a Tomcat, a 36-yarder from Tanner Stutler, the two who competed for the quarterback position this year, with Hughes playing it for much of the year. It reminds me a lot of 2006. You had Darrell Mahan and Drew McDavid both in competition for the spots. They were both really good, but the difference is when you had Drew out there, you had a really good quarterback, but you didn't have an all-time great like Drew you had some greats out there at receiver, but you couldn't have Drew McDavid out there, and that's kind of how it was with this. Because Hughes, people have been talking about his ability at wideout, and he's showcasing it here tonight. And he has 68 yards on 3 receptions and a touchdown. Lyons with a reception for 37 yards before he went down with an injury. We wish him the quickest of recoveries. He was able to put a little weight down. We'll hopefully get an official wording from Coach Tackett after the game. Taylor, who has a 34-yard reception on the flat, out in the flat, that he took, and also a 3-yard touchdown reception. And Kentzer, congratulations to him, his first reception, which helped set up a convertible 4th down for the Tomcats.
Well, one thing that's really neat about the first half is that Coach Tackett and the coaching staff were able to play a lot of people. They weren't just going with the regular 15, 16 guys on both sides of the ball. They were continually throwing linemen in. Obviously we talked about all the different guys that touch the ball with either receptions or carries in that. Mm-hmm. So this is one of those nights everybody plays, and they actually were getting playing time in the first half.
Mm-hmm. And on the ground game, Ashland with Davis, congratulations to him for hitting 20 touchdowns on the season, also 1,000 yards on the year for him tonight. And Stutler with 20 yards on 4 carries, including a 12-yard touchdown run. Farrow with 8 on 2. Taylor with 6 on 1. McCoy with 7 on 1. And Rucker with a touch. And Simpkins with 4.
So impressed with Cam Davis tonight because, we saw him in the boot in the second half last week. He was on crutches. Mm-hmm. And it was like, in my mind, it's like his season's done. No, they were able to do rehab and do whatever medically they needed to do, and you really notice on his right ankle he is heavily taped. He has, in fact, the color of the tape on his right ankle is different than what's on his left ankle. Mm-hmm. And so they've done an extra job to fortify and strengthen that right ankle.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's now Ashland right around close to about 90 yards on the ground unofficially, and the Tomcats just clicking tonight, and they'll definitely need it if they go on the road to play Highlands next week. Highlands with Tatum Lorenzen, who had 18 touchdowns coming into the game tonight against Greenup County on the ground. They have about 1,200 yards rushing, but through the air is where they've been deadly under Coach
And believe me, unless a miracle has occurred, I would say that the Highlands is pretty much there, and they're going to host. Right now, looks like the Tomcats obviously next week, and we already know that would be a 7:00 kick there in Fort Thomas.
Yes, as we're going to take a break here coming up. We're about 11 minutes until the start of action here at Clark's Putnam Shop Putnam Stadium. Mason County will receive to start the second half. It's 34-0 Ashland. We'll be right back on 97.9 The River.
Looking for a secure savings account? Come to Desco Federal Credit Union and explore our latest offers. With great rates and top-of-the-line personnel, Desco ensures your money for at least $1 million. Relax and put your money where you know it's safe and growing. Desco Federal Credit Union is located at 1211 Carter Avenue and other locations in Ohio and West Virginia. Stop in or go online. An account at Desco is just what you need. DescoFCU.org.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Going back to school is a big step, but you're not alone. At Collins Career Technical Center, your success is our success. From financial aid to career support, we're with you every step. You're part of a team of students on the same path, facing challenges together. And when it gets tough, we've got your back. Because when you succeed, our whole community gets stronger. Let's take the next step together. Visit collins-cc.edu to learn more. At Collins Career Technical Center, it's not just you, it's us.
Hey Stephanie, it's November and Clark's Pump and Shop has great specials that you'll be thankful for.
You mean like assorted Reese's king-size candy bars, 2 for $6? And Jack Link's 12-ounce beef and cheese sticks, 2 for $3?
Yes, and Uncle Ray's 3-ounce chips or pork rinds for $1.99.
What is that sound you're making?
That's a turkey sound. Have you ever heard of turkey before?
Well, that fits since you're a big turkey most of the time. Check out the rest of the specials on the Clark's Pump and Shop app.
And you can return, refresh, and refuel where?
At Clark's Pump and Shop.
Save big money on all of your household essentials when you shop at Menards. Soften your water with Diamond Crystal Water Softener Salt. It helps your soap and detergent clean better, minimizes hard water stains, and increases the life of your appliances. Save big money on all Solar Natural Softener Salt at Menards. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
It's Black Friday all month long at M&K Maytag in Proctorville. Stop in today and take advantage of all the great deals on appliances. Buy before the end of the month and you'll be entered to win a brand new KitchenAid mixer. Drawing to be held December 1st. The more you buy, the more chances you have to win. Dishwashers, refrigerators, ranges, washers, dryers. You'll find them all at M&K Maytag. Win a brand new KitchenAid mixer and celebrate great Black Friday deals right now at M&K Maytag in Proctorville. Online at mnkmaytag.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-399-7272. 800-399-7272. Again, that's 800-399-7272.
Tune in each Sunday at noon and 10 p.m. for the Cow Sales Chronicles. Our own Mike Kirtner hosts an in-depth discussion with Bob, Susan, and Paul of the Cow Sales. Listen to stories about what shaped the band, their personal experiences, and the music of the rock and roll generation. It's the Cow Sales Chronicles each Sunday at noon and 10 p.m. only on 97.9 The River and online at 979theriver.com.
Tired of seeing those dings, dents, and scratches on your car? Then you need to see McLeod's Body Shop, your trusted partner for all things auto repair and restoration for 45 years. At McLeod's Body Shop, they're not just in the business of fixing cars, they're in the business of turning heads. Their team of skilled technicians are dedicated to bringing your vehicle back to its prime, no matter the make or model. From minor touch-ups to major overhauls, McLeod's Body Shop has you covered. McLeod's Body Shop says, go Tomcats.
These days, you can use propane for so much more than grilling. Propane is reliable fuel for standby generators, furnaces, kitchen appliances, water heaters, and more. Always with cost-saving efficiency and cleaner performance than electricity. Clean energy around every corner. Propane can do that.
The Eric family has been delivering propane comfort across Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia since 1952. Go to ericspropane.com for more information.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust Bank has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We have even more great services like Apple Pay and Google Pay. Make payments directly from your smartphone. And Zelle, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet at ctbi.com or stop by and see us at one of our 79 branch offices.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
34-0 Ashland at halftime. We're just under 5 minutes before we resume play. Highlands has defeated Greenup County 35-7, so assuming Ashland hangs on to this lead, then that's where they will go next week to play. Covington Catholic, who was up 41-0 on Boyd County, would go on to win that game 48-21. That is your final score. So that is who Johnson Central will have at home next week. So we're about 3 minutes away here, getting ready to, or about 4 minutes away from starting the second half, where Mason County will receive the football. Tyler Rowland here along with Bill Cornwell. And Bill, your thoughts? Of course, Kentucky getting a good win against Valpo in basketball.
Exactly. Valpo, has had some good teams in the past, especially when they had, some higher known coaches. But no match for the Cats tonight. Of course, Morehead State, they had a tough road trip down to Wake Forest to take on the Demon Deacons, and Wake Forest comes away with a win there. But Tomcats heading back to the field, and hopefully they'd like to get at least one more point.
Yeah,
because that'd be a running clock the rest of the game, and certainly you'd like to shorten the game if you're the Tomcats. There have been too many guys banged up and injured. And you'd love to give a chance to give everybody into this playoff game and protect some of your guys before next week.
Ashland leading 34-0. We're about 3 minutes till the start of the second half. Both teams on the field warming up. We'll be right back here on 97.9 The River.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-444-2013. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-444-2013. That's 800-444-2013. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. 800-444-2013.
Primary Plus is invested in your health and invested in the health of our communities. With over 14 primary care locations throughout our network, including locations in Ashland, Grayson, South Shore, Vanceburg, and Moorhead, we are more than just a healthcare provider. We are a doctor in the family, caring for every stage of life, including pediatrics, women's health, primary care, mental health, and on-site pharmacies that are open with affordable pricing and exceptional service. Primary Plus is always welcoming new patients. Visit primaryplus.net to learn more about our mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
34-0 Ashland. We're about a minute away from starting the second half. We do want to send our deepest condolences to Mason Wolf and to the family of Patricia Stewart, Mason's grandmother, who we know will be very proud of him on and off the court. And we certainly want to extend our condolences there. Mason Wolf, who's been a great staple of this program, a hard worker and great young man.
Big contributor the last couple of weeks, that's for sure. Before we kick off the second half, just want to hit you with a couple of scores from around the region. As far as West Virginia is concerned, now Huntington High, they're not playing till tomorrow, and they're going to play like a prep school, Tyler. The Lindsley Academy Cadets from up in Wheeling, and that's going to be a 1 o'clock game tomorrow. Cabell Midland has lost tonight to Parkersburg South, and that means Midland will not be in the playoffs this year in 4A in West Virginia. They lost to Parkersburg South 28-7. Now, Spring Valley, they finished their regular season last week. This is their bye week, so they finished 7-3, and they're going to be guaranteed at least one home playoff game, which will be played next week. The Wayne Pioneers in Class AA ended their regular season, and probably their season. I don't think they're going to be able to make the playoffs, but they did win at Sissonville tonight by a score of 30-13, and I believe they finished 4-6 with that win tonight.
Oh, thank you, Bill. As Mason County comes out, Mason will be going right to left on your dial. Ashland left to right, as that is for Mason, number 17, Kenyon Walton, and number 4, Reed Anderson, back to return as Barnett will kick this one off. Ashland ahead 34-0 to start the third quarter, and another score would make it a running clock situation for the Tomcats. But again, Mason County, they've shown this year a good team. Still no Micah Payne on the field for them. As we hope for a speedy recovery for him. Anderson gets it about the 7. He's going to go 10, 15, big fold, 20, 25, 30, and Anderson to the 50 and brought down about the Ashland 40. Just a huge hole that he jetted up, and that was number 9, Trent Gist, that was back there. As with 11:49 to go here in the third quarter, Ashland leads 34-0, but Mason with their best field position starting in Ashland territory.
Actually, give a call there to Barnett because he kind of slowed him down.
That's true.
And everybody caught up.
Yeah, Barnett was kind of in a defensive stance just enough to. But now I remember J.D. Kepler did that against Mason in 05. I remember actually took him down. He dragged him over to the face mask by the face mask and took him on the
whatever it takes.
Yeah. Strong eye right for Mason County, wide out on each side, as it's going to be handed off from under center for a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards. That is number 35, Tennell, with it, the 5'9" senior. Tennell also a defensive lineman for Mason County.
Yeah, only about a yard on that play.
Okay, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Yeah, plowed before we got a little bit of a push, but maybe didn't make it as far. He got tackled on the far sideline there. So 2nd and 9 on the Ashland 40 for Mason County. 34-0 Ashland. 11-19 here in the third, as they're going to have it 2nd and 9 on the Ashland 40. I formation that's going to be actually more of a weak eye. Fullback to the left, tailback directly behind the quarterback. It's handed off to the fullback, Avery. He's going to go to about the 35-yard line and get brought down. So that'll be 3rd and about 4, or a flag comes down, flag. I'd say it did get a little bit chippy after the play, so I wouldn't be surprised to see which there have been a couple personal fouls tonight.
It looked like that offensive lineman Bentley Fox was kind of involved with Kayshawn Noman, and we'll see if that maybe – see if somebody's going to get called for that. You're the official dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct against
Mason and against Ashland as well.
And against Ashland, so
that's going to be all offset. Yep. So Mason will have it 3rd and about 4 from the Ashland 35.
And I know he got a little upset with some of the calls last week. Mm-hmm. Not on the officials, on his own kids. Coach Tackett will not be happy that his kids are getting called for these things. It's like, you're up 34 points. Walk away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got to be hard out there. That's now 3rd and 4 from the Ashland 35, Mason County, as they're going to come out. The pistol for Gregory Rondup and pistol this time, a back to his right, a back behind him on the 3rd and 4. They need to get to the Ashland 31 for the first down. They trail 34-0 to the Tomcats. Low snap. Gregory's going to get it. He's going to try to heave it deep on the left side, and it's incomplete. And a flag down. A little bit late, and I take it that's going to be
on Wolf.
Pass interview, on Wolf, as they try to throw it to Kyson Fox down the left side on the fade.
And that was more of a legitimate of a pass interference call than the one in the first half on Wolf. That was kind of a phantom call, but this last play was legit.
Yeah, I had him around the back of the jersey, as that's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Royals. They'll call it on number off.
It's on Wolf there.
Yeah,
it wasn't
I think
number.
He mixed up accidentally. They
misread the number.
So Mason will have it now, 1st and 10 from the Tomcat 20. As they've adjusted a little bit this half, going under center more this half. They're going to come back to the split backs formation. A back to the left and a back to the right of Gregory, who's under center at quarterback. It's going to be handed off to Avery. No, Gregory's going to take it, and he's going to get brought down behind the line. That's number 7, J.J. Keys, who was in on that.
Yeah, and Keyshawn Newman in there again.
Newman back there again. Newman, who's also a skilled runner, is on back there, and that's going to be lost actually about 2 for the Royals. So that's going to be 2nd and 12 from the Ashland 22, 10:09 to go in the 3rd quarter. As Mason trails Ashland 34-0. They're going to come out, and it's going to be they're going to go with 2 wideouts on the far side, 1 on the near side. Shotgun this time, a back to each side of Gregory here on the 2nd and 12. As Gregory instructing the team at the line, and it's snapped. He's going to fake it up the middle. Gregory under pressure, and gets the ball out to the flat, but not before a host of Tomcats get there and tackle him at the 30. A flag thrown near the end of the play. That was going to be a big loss for Mason County unless that penalty goes against Ashland. We will see what the official call is on that. But he was under pressure, was Gregory. He threw it to Saul back in sight, got it to him, but Ashland was right there to make the tackle. Ashland getting all kinds of pressure up the middle on Gregory, not having to rush a lot. So that is going to be against Ashland.
That's a big 15-yarder against the Tomcats.
Well, so that's going to make it.
Well, it's second down.
Second down.
And
so
1.
It's going to go to 2nd and 1. So a 15-yard penalty against Ashland, and now Mason 2nd and 1 from the 11. They're going back to more of a strong eye look. It's handed off in the backfield, and Anderson's going to cut through, get to the end zone, and for his longest run of the night, an 11-yarder, and he's going to get Mason County on the board for their first touchdown of the game with 9:21 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So it's 34-6, Ashland in the lead. Mason County will come out, and they are going to go for 2 here. They're in shotgun, 2 wideouts on each side. Gregory at quarterback, Avery at the tailback position to his right. Mason County go for 2. They send a man in motion left to right, and Gregory's going to roll out to the right. He's going to fake the pass, cut it up, and that's going to be close. He got in. Gregory did get in for the 2-point conversion. Thought they had him for a second. He faked the throw, had a couple Ashland defenders off their feet, cut it up, and now it's 34-8. Ashland still in the lead with 9:21 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We're going to take a break and come back on 97.9 The River.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya Guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
34-8, Ashland in the lead over Mason County, who just scored on an 11-yard touchdown run by number 4, Reed Anderson, with 9:21 to go in the third, as that's number 5, Carter Rourke, out to kick for the Royals, and they kicked an onside earlier. Ashland better be watching for that, as the Royals, and that looks like that's what they're going to do. They're sending 7 of their guys to one side. They're lined up awful tight together. And Rourke, Ashland moving the guys up. It's an onside. It's caught by Ashland about the 40-yard line, falling down and protected. And a flag down. Trent Gist got rolled onto that one, and I'm not sure what the flag is.
And the problem is that at the end of every play, there's a lot of pushing and shoving, and the officials are trying to get hold of this here. And there's a lot of undisciplined play both sides right now.
Yeah, not good football.
And I know Mason's frustrated that they're down as much as they are.
Mm-hmm. Wow, so an ejection. So number 54, Easton Price for Mason County.
And I just saw him. It looked like he was over on the far side punching the wall over on the stands.
Wow.
He's not very happy, but he's out.
Yeah. Ashland 1st and 10 on the Mason County 41, leading 34-8, 9:19 to go here in the third. They got Aaron shotgun, a back to each side of Stutler, 2 wideouts on the far side, Hughes isolated on the near side. It snaps, Stutler's going to hand it off up to Cam Davis, and he's going to get 4 or 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up for the Tomcats on the Mason County 36-yard line. As now the Tomcats will continue to have it as no flags down after the play. I don't know the last time we said that was, but 2nd and 5 now with 9 minutes to go here in the third.
I mean, you just got to have some discipline. I mean, even if you're down 26
smart.
like Mason, you got to be disciplined.
Simpkins and McCoy in the backfield, 2 wideouts on the near side, 1 on the far. It's handed to McCoy, right side, 40, 35, 30, 25. Luke McCoy to the 20. He stays up. Oh, no, they got him out of bounds close to the 10. I thought he was going to make it in, and I think he did have a foot out of bounds. But Luke McCoy, number 34, they gave it to the big guy on a stretch play on the right side, but he gets a run good enough for 24 yards and a first down, and now Ashland has it 1st and 10 from the Mason County 12-yard line. Big Luke McCoy, number 34 on the carry, and he deserves one. All the hits he's made tonight. As now Ashland coming out with 2 wideouts on the far side, 1 on the near side. That's Stutler in the backfield, Taylor to his right, Simpkins the H-back to his right. 8:36 to go in the third. Ashland ahead 34-8. Stutler fakes it to Taylor, thrown, and tried to hit Duckweiler, but incomplete. So 2nd and 10 for the Tomcats from the Mason County 12. Stutler at 172 now through the air. He's 9 of 14 coming up, so they'll have another shot, 2, maybe 3 if needed. The chances to get it there, as now they have it 2nd and 10 from the Mason County 12, 34-8 Ashland, as Hughes and Duckweiler will go to the far side at wide out, and Ashland with Davis at the Taylor to the right of Stutler. It's going to be handed to Taylor. He gets to the 10, spins, gets close to the 5. He's still on his feet and gets struck down about the 4.
Boy.
But Trevante Taylor, he's getting stronger and stronger every week.
Exactly, and we know Trevante is quick. He has quicks, and he hit that line really fast and then showed a little bit of strength there at the end of that run.
So Ashland 3rd and 2 from about the 4, maybe the 5-yard line. They need to get about the Mason County 3 to get the first down. as they're coming out in shotgun. That's Farrow to the right of Stutler. Keys on the left side at tight end. Simpkins on the right side at the H-back position. Stutler pitches it to Farrow. He's looking, cuts back at the 5, pushing a blocker and nearly got into the end zone, but didn't quite get there, but got drugged down by number 35, Tennell of Mason County, but he got a first down for the Tomcats. So tough spot to be in because they only have to get a short yardage to get the first down, and then on that, a short yardage to the goal.
And Tyler, you notice that the Tomcats are getting all this done without Cam Davis in the game, protecting him for next week. And to be honest with you, the Tomcats can do without him. And that just shows the depth of this backfield for Ashland. And a lot of young guys. That's the beauty of it. A lot of these guys are like sophomores.
They do. They have some young players out there. That's going to be Stutler with Simpkins to his right, a wide out on the near and the far side, and Taylor and Keys on the left side. It's handed off to Simpkins. He's going to cut it up and get into the end zone. Touchdown Tomcats. Brody Simpkins, 3 yards for the Ashland score, and the Tomcats take a 40-8 lead with 7:13 to go in the third quarter, as they are going to go for 2. They lined up, this time had the tight end and the H-back on the same side on the left side, and were able to run it in there as Barnett with Woodman to hold will attempt the PAT as 7:13 to go here in the third.
Yep, they're a little short on the line now. They're finally bringing out Newman
to protect the outside.
Got time, though.
So they're going to get ready here. The Tomcats up 40-8. Snap, hold, kick. Good. And the Tomcats lead 41-8. 7:13 to go in the third quarter. We'll be right back on 97.9 The River.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Sky Rizzy. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Sky Rizzy, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Sky Rizzy is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
41-8 in the third quarter. Ashland ahead as they score on a 2-yard touchdown plunge from Brody Simpkins, number 2. And now Barnett, number 83 for the Tomcats to kick off. Number 17, Walton. Number 4, Anderson back to return for Mason County. It's a high, deep kick. Walton catches it at the 2. He goes to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, and he's going to cut it up. Brought down, and a flag, of course, as that's at the 17-yard line.
That one might be going against Mason, though, because the Ashland guys were just going down there and making a good coverage play.
Yeah, Ashland much better coverage on that kick. The last one, Anderson, a great returner, had the ball and had a seam right up the middle that he took advantage of to get it past midfield for Mason County. But that time, Ashland sealed it off, and it will be holding against the Royals. So that'll be a 10 yards. So that's going to move them back.
Yeah, they'll be back to the 11.
The Royals now 1st and 10.
Actually moving them back to the 9.
So that's where they will start, pretty deep in their own territory. 7:04 to go in the third quarter. Ashland ahead 41-8 as the Royals will have the football on their own 9. They trail Ashland 41-8. They're going to come out in shotgun back to each side of Gregory at the quarterback position as 2 wideouts are on the far side, 1 on the near. It's snapped. Gregory's going to fake it. He's going to roll out left under pressure. He tries to throw it deep, and it's deflected and nearly intercepted by that was deflected and nearly intercepted by number 8, Carter Anderson. Or I'm sorry, that was Gist that got back there. Number 9, I thought Carter was in for a moment. Gist got back there and deflected it. But Gist, who's had some good minutes tonight, he's also had a recovery on an onside kick. Mason, who tried an onside kick to open the game up and tried it in the third as well. 2nd and 10, Mason County. Ashland leading 41-8, 6:56 to go in the third. Mason on their own 9. Shotgun back to each side of Gregory. 2 wide outs to the far side. One to the near. It's going to be snapped and handed off on the right side. That's going to be Anderson, I believe, number 4 is he. That's going to be a gain of maybe a yard. So Mason 3rd and 9. Now they need to get to the Ashland 19 to get the first down.
Well, you can tell these Ashland pass rushers, they're just like, they're snorting and ready to go. They'd love to get a safety here.
Oh, yeah. Ashland has gotten heavy pressure up the middle all night.
With Mason pushed back so deep, there's an opportunity here.
They're going to come out 3 wide outs on the near side for Mason County, 1 on the far. Shotgun with a back to the left of Gregory. That's Avery in the backfield with him to protect. Gregory's going to roll out left. He's under pressure. He's going to heave it down the right sideline and out of bounds.
That was a throwaway.
Yeah, he was. Avery is getting the ball, and the moment Gregory is getting the ball, the moment he has it, he's being surrounded by 4 defenders. So Mason County now 4th and 9 on their own 10 as they send in number 80, Keenan Galloway, to punt. Take note that their normally their punter is number 6, Micah Payne, and he has been out with injury. We hope he can return soon. As Galloway to kick. He is lined up about midway in the end zone. 6:03 to go in the third. Ashland ahead 41-8. Bit of a high snap. He's going to kick it, and it goes high, hits the 35, 40, 45, 50, and into Ashland territory about the 48. Farrow was back to return.
But we're going to get a flag because they're either going to call Avian Lee for a roughing or a running into the kicker. He didn't really have to make contact there, but he did. It's a running into the kicker. Yeah, that's one that Avian really didn't need to do.
Yeah, Avian, a young player on this team. As only as I believe they're going to have to repeat, if I'm correct. Avian, a sophomore.
Again, that's just a 5-yard penalty, so that'll make it against a 4th and 5.
But yeah, they'll get it about their own 15 and have another chance to kick. Of course, Ashland will want to be on the watch. They fell for a fake punt against Lexington Catholic, which I'm sure Mason County saw on film. So you never know how they might try to sneak something into this spot. I remember Florida and LSU, that happened once around 2010, I think. LSU got a penalty on a punt, and they faked it the first time, and then they really punted the first time. The second time, they faked it, and I believe got a touchdown off of it.
You know what? I think they're bringing their offense out here. They're going to go
for this. 4th and 4.
Not as well. You're down. You're down 33 points.
5:52 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 41-8 Ashland. Mason and shotgun. 3 wide outs to the far side, 1 to the near side. They're going to try to make Ashland jump.
Yeah.
Here with 5:52 to go in the third, as Gregory with hard counts trying to get him to jump. He snaps it. Gregory drops back. A high pass down the left sideline and a flag down. That's going to be pass interference. As that's going to be called on Ashland. That's going to be against number 14, David Hamilton, who had the lone touchdown reception in the Kiwanis Bowl for Ashland this year in an 8-0 win against Boyd County.
Picked on a young guy there, and Jabin made the mistake that a lot of defensive backs do. He never looked for the ball. He was just watching the guy, and you've got to make some determination of where the ball is so you can make a play. And he did not. He'll learn. He's a young kid.
Yeah, Ashland with just getting some hard penalties tonight on some pass interference, and that one so that'll be a 10-yard. Yeah, 10 yards. So Mason County with 1st and 10 on their own 25. So costly penalties running into the kicker.
And credit to Mason County, for taking a risk there, and it paid off for them.
Yeah, that's what mentally tough teams do as they are in shotgun. Gregory rolls out to the left under pressure, rolls back the other way, tries to throw it to Avery in the flat, and it's incomplete.
Almost looked to me like he was throwing the ball to his lineman, Bentley Fox, because he was about as close to the ball as the receiver.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would have been interesting.
Mm-hmm. Still getting pressure, even with a back to protect. There is now it's 2nd and 10 for Mason County, who trails Ashland 41-8. 5:38 to go in the third quarter. They have it on their own 25-yard line. As they're going to come out with 2 wideouts on each side. Gregory in shotgun with a back to his right. Ashland, 5-man front showing blitz. That they do. And it's a screen over the middle. It's caught by Avery. He's going to go 30 and gets tackled at the 35, where he has a first down for the Royals. So they got Ashland sending pressure, sending a corner around the right side. And Mason County doing a good job picking up on that. Avery, his second reception.
Yeah, Ashland sending the house on about every play. And that time, Mason County took advantage of it and said, well, okay, we'll make you pay for your aggressiveness. And they did with that middle screen.
5:20 to go in the third quarter. Ashland ahead 41-8. Mason County now on their own 35. They started on their own 10 as they're coming out with 2 wideouts to each side in shotgun. That is Avery in the backfield with Gregory at quarterback. Gregory drops back. He's pressured. The ball comes out. It gets knocked out, but it's recovered by number 72, Braden Jarvis, the sophomore. He's rolled right. Good awareness by him to fall right down on it. So he recovers, but that's going to be a loss of 2 for Mason County. They got around. That was some good pressure from Avian Lee, number 10, and number 73, Noah Thompson. It's going to be 2nd and 12 now coming up for the Royals from their own 33-yard line here as they trail Ashland 41-8 with 4:26 to go here in the third quarter. So now they're going to come out. Gregory under center this time. They're going split backs, a back behind him to the left and the right, a wide out on each side. It's going to be handed off up the middle. That's going to be Avery, and he's going to get there. Thought that Shavers would have him at first, but Gist went over him, and Woodman got there to get him, and that'll be a gain of about 3 up to the 39-yard line for Mason County as they trail Ashland 41-8 in the third.
That's a nice run, but also you could tell where Ashland is playing everybody right now. You just don't have a lot of big bodies out there on the Ashland defense.
Yeah, 3rd and 6 coming up for the Royals now on their own. They're on the 38. They need to get, actually really about the Ashland 45. So they're coming out in more of a split backs. Gregory under center, wide out to each side. They're going to hand it off. No, they're going to pitch it to Avery, and he's going to carry it to the 45, close to the 50, and a Mason County first down. Big surprise, a flag.
Well, that one might be against Ashland for either a horse collar or a face mask, because it looked like there may be a high hand on that one.
Yeah, they faked it to number 17, Walton, up the middle, had Avery running with some room, and he had to turn on the jets to get that first down, and Ashland had to get there quick to take him down, and it was definitely, I'd say,
and it's
a face mask.
They only call it a 5-yard, though. 5-yard face mask. But, again, you look out on the field, I love the fact that Coach Tackett and the staff is playing everybody, but again, Mason County's got their first string guys out there, big old guys, and Ashland's very undersized on defensively right now.
41-8 with 3:10 to go in the third. It's another toss out to the right side to number 14, Josiah Brooks, as he's going to gain a couple down to the Ashland 43 about. So actually about the 43, so that'll be 2nd and 9.
I know these Ashland coaches will say, well, you know what, you go out there and you play and you're a little undersized, you know what that means? Get in the weight room this winter.
Yeah.
And that's what they'll do.
Yeah. That's 2nd and 9 now for Mason County. Not much of a running team. They have around 1,000 yards on the ground this year. 2nd and 9 now. Shotgun, a back to each side of Gregory. They're both protecting. Gregory gets it. He's going to try to throw it deep. Incomplete. And second, that's going to make it 3rd and 9 coming up for the Royals on the Ashland 43.
And I was looking at some folks over on the Mason bench, and they were saying flag, flag. That's flags are basically what's sustaining them here in this third quarter.
3rd and 9 now for the Royals, and 2 down territory probably, but they're going to have it on the Ashland 43. They started this drive on their own 9. And of course, they've been aided by some not so smart play from Ashland, as now they're coming out with a wide out on each side, shotgun with a back on each side of Gregory. 41-8 Ashland, 2:25 to go in the third. Both backs drop to protect, Gregory to pass, and it's thrown to the outside on the right side, incomplete, as that was intended for number 9, Grooms. So that's going to make it 4th and 9 for the Mason County Royals on the Ashland 43-yard line. 41-8, Ashland leading, 2:18 to go here in the third quarter.
So chance here for the Tomcats these backup Tomcats to get off the field.
Yeah, a lot of young guys in for Ashland right now as it's 4th and 9 coming up for Mason County. They need to get to the Ashland 34 to get the first down. Shotgun, 2 wide outs to each side, back to the right of Gregory. He's going to drop back. They're going to try that screen over the middle. He gets caught by Walton, and he's going to get down. It's not going to be enough for the first down. He comes up about a yard short. Mason County let the Ashland rush get through, sent the lineman down to block, threw it to Walton. He caught it over the middle, but just couldn't get enough for that first down. So Tanner Woodman in on that tackle. And that was Walton on number 17. Kenyon Walton on his first catch.
It's good to see Tanner getting in on some action. A lot of people may not understand that Tanner is the son of the Moorhead State head football coach, Jason Woodman. He actually played with Rowan County last year and played against the Tomcats. In fact, he was the quarterback for Rowan County.
Pretty solid quarterback.
Sure was.
Yeah, Ashland shotgun, 3 wideouts on the near side, 1 on the far. That's Stutler, and to his right is Taylor.
Actually, Avian Lee's.
And a screen thrown to Duckweiler, and in and out of his hands. A little bit low, but still just an unfortunate incompletion. Tried to hit, and that was a play they ran a lot last year with LeBryant Strader.
Well, Coach Tackett is trying to kind of put the depth now here because he is keeping all these first-string offensive guys out there. I mean, you're seeing a lot of first-string guys out there on the offense. They were using all these reserves on the defensive side.
Yeah, quite aggressive here as that's 2:05 to go in the third. Ashland up 41-8. Another score will make it a running clock as Taylor and Farrow are in the backfield. And it's handed off to Farrow on the right side. He goes 35, gets close to the 39-yard line for Ashland. That'll make it 3rd and about 6 coming up.
Duckweiler wasn't able to get back and put a block on Cage Anderson, and Anderson kind of got the edge there and was able to make a tackle for a short gain.
Duckweiler had that touchdown reception against Johnson Central last year to win the district championship, as now it's 3rd and 6 for the Tomcats from their own 39. They need to get to their own 45 to get the first down. Taylor is in the backfield to the right of Stutler. Duckweiler on the near side at wide out. Farrow and Hughes on the far side. That's going to be a pass. And he goes over the middle, tried to get it to J.A. Keys. It bounces into Duckweiler's hands, and he's off to the end zone. Are you kidding me? 61-yard pass over the middle. It goes through the hands of J.J. Keys right into Duckweiler's hands. He gets it and goes to the end zone. Never underestimate the power of the Duck. And Ashland now makes this a running clock game here with under a minute to go in the third. What a play, Bill.
Send that tape to ESPN. That is a top 10 play of the night nationally right there.
You heard me, Chris Pullum. I'm sure Chris is already saying,
send it.
I'm on it, as I can hear him now. As Woodman to hold, Barnett to kick. Here is this will probably be the clock continuing to run as Ashland lined up now. And a snap, low snap, kicks up. It looks good. It is good. So Ashland up 48-8 with 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll be back here on 97.9 The River.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text? Online loan payments? Even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
We're back here on 97.9 The River as Stutler throws a 61-yard pass. It was intended for J.J. Keys over the middle. It went through his hands into Dylan Duckwilders, who ran it to the end zone. And now the fourth quarter is starting. Ashland is kicking off. Mason County will go left to right on your dial. Ashland right to left as Barnett to kick. It's high, not going to quite go to the end zone. Walton to get it at the 10. He goes 15 and brought down a big hit near the 20-yard line for Ashland. I don't think he got quite to the 20. I couldn't tell. That was
well, they're going to say right on.
Yeah.
Right on the 20.
Yeah, right on the 20. So that would be, so it looks like I saw number 56, Nathaniel Williams, getting in there in the pile. So it's 48-8 Ashland, clock running. As congratulations to Stutler on his first, hopefully first of many, 200-plus yard game as a passing as a Tomcat. 6 different guys have caught the ball for him, and not to mention 4 passes of 30 yards or more. 11 minutes to go here in the fourth. Mason in a weak eye formation, fullback right, and that's who they go to, and he's going to get a couple yards. I believe that was number 35, Tennell, but we'll see, and he's down as he's going to be tended to shortly. We're going to take a break and come back. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
When the game is on the line, you need reliability and your trusted Toyota dealer. Drive home a winner with Toyota of Ashland. Visit them at 3503 Winchester Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Give them a call at 606-744-2727 or online at toyotaofashland.com. Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text? Online loan payments? Even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today. Drive home a winner all season long with your trusted Toyota dealer, Toyota of Ashland. Visit them at 3503 Winchester Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Give them a call at 606-744-2727 or visit them at toyotaofashland.com. They look forward to seeing you soon.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Mason County going up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of about 1. And good to see the injured play off the field okay, and that's going to be a gain of 3 now coming. So Mason County will have it, 3rd and about 5 coming up. So 3rd and 5 for the Royals. They're on their own 25, 9:54 to go in the fourth. Ashland up 48-8. So that's going to be, they need to get to their own 30 to get the first down. They're coming out, split backs, strong left, wide out and on the left and the right side. As Gregory under center, he's going to look at his wristband. Looks like he might be changing the play at the line of scrimmage, and it's snapped. Gregory's going to hand it off up the middle, and they're going to get maybe a yard. And that was a good wrap up there by the Tomcats. That's number 6.
56.
Number 56, Nathaniel Williams.
Nathaniel Williams, and Nathaniel, he got a handful of foot, and he just wasn't going to let go.
So 4th and 5, Mason County now. 9 minutes to go here in the 4th.
And they're going to keep the offense out there again. They're playing it out.
Yeah, it's, of course, as now, 4th and 5, 8:51 to go here in the 4th. Mason County ball, split backs. They're going to go for it. Gregory under center. He's going to snap it. He's going to get it. He's going to fake the handoff, take it himself for 2, and that's not going to be enough to get the first down, as now that'll turn it back over to the Tomcats. Admire the gutsiness of Mason County as they come in here. I mean, down, but they're sure not out. They are punching every way they can to try to get that, get something good going. They did on the last drive.
They didn't, but that was good work though by those young Ashland defenders.
That was.
They didn't let any play get beyond them there on that set of downs for Mason County. So good work there, and of course the clock is running, and they were able to get up about 2.5, 3 minutes right there on that drive or set of downs by the Royals. And Ashland's taking their time getting out here, letting that clock run.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from the Mason 27, under 8 minutes to go. That's Carter Anderson in the game. Number 8 at quarterback. To his left is number 24. That's Nate Shavers. And to his right, I believe that's number 35, Tanner Christian. It's snapped, and it's going to be handed off to Shavers up the middle. 25-20, and brought down, but not before he gets a first down to about the Mason County 16-yard line.
And Shavers is another one of these outstanding freshmen for the Tomcats. I mean, the future is bright for Ashland football, folks. I mean, and we're seeing a lot of these kids did so well in this season. Won the Kiwanis Bowl, and they're just they're showing themselves here in this playoff game.
1st and 10 Tomcats from the Mason County 16-yard line. They lead 48-8. 7 minutes to go in the 4th. It's snapped. Shavers is going to get it left side. He gets the 15 down to about the 12-yard line, a gain of about 4. So Shavers, his second carry, and he's up to 16 yards now. So Tomcats will have it at the Mason County 11. 2nd and 5. They lead 48-8 with 6:38 to go here in the 4th quarter. As they'll get it, 1st and 10, and got to give my good friend Chris Pullum a shout out here, as that's going to be Shavers in the backfield to the left of Anderson, and it's a counter to Shavers right side. He's going to get maybe 1 or 2. Mason County all night have defended the counter really well. I'll say that's Ashland's bread and butter play, and they've defended it nicely.
Yeah, Ashland likes to get those big bodies out there flowing on that counter play, and that time it was well defended.
The 3rd and 5 coming up for the Tomcats on the Mason County. Actually lost about a yard. 3rd and 6 on the 12 of the Royals. 5:55 to go in the 4th. That's Anderson in the backfield. Shavers to his right. Christian at the H-back position on the left side. Wide out on each side. As the Tomcats at snap, they go to Shavers, and he's going to get maybe 1. So Nate Shavers on the carry. So he'll get...
Tyler Mellencamp was waiting for him there in the hole.
Yeah, Mellencamp, and he's lives up to that name. He's a good one, as that's 5:25 to go in the 4th. Ashland with a 4th and 6 coming up from the Mason County 12. They lead 48-8 over the Royals. The Tomcats to travel next week to Highlands to play as now that'll be Christian to the right of Anderson in the backfield, 2 wideouts on each side. 4th and 6, Tomcats need to get to the Mason County 6 to get the first down. Mason showing blitz from the left side, and it's snapped to Anderson. He's under pressure. He's going to lob it to the end zone. And, just through the hands of number 14, Javian Hamilton. Thought he had it, and incomplete, so that will be a turnover on downs.
It was a jump ball situation. Now we got another Mason player down in the end zone. Caitlin Gale from the Ashland bench goes out to tend to him, and trainers from Mason heading out there as well.
We will be right back here on 97.9 The River.
Looking for a secure savings account? Come to Desco Federal Credit Union and explore our latest offers. With great rates and top-of-the-line personnel, Desco insures your money for at least $1 million. Relax and put your money where you know it's safe and growing. Desco Federal Credit Union is located at 1211 Carter Avenue and other locations in Ohio and West Virginia. Stop in or go online. An account at Desco is just what you need. DescoFCU.org.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe your money should give you choices. That's why we've created My Choice accounts. Checking, cashback, and savings designed to match the way you live. Whether you're focused on building savings, managing your day-to-day spending, or planning ahead for the future, My Choice gives you the flexibility to do it your way. Take control and make choices that fits you best. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Mason County to take over 1st and 10 on their own 12. I apologize, I did not get a number of an injured player, but they're going to hand it off up the middle, and it's going to be carried. That's going to be number 35, Tennell, and he's going to get to the 20-25. So a big gain for the Royals. He's going to get 13 yards and a first down here with over 4 minutes to go. The injured player was helped a little bit, but able mostly to walk off on his own, and hopefully he will be okay as now the Royals coming out. Starters still out, wide out on each side. They're coming out in a strong eye to the right, and it's handed off on the left, around the left side as the Royals, who trail 48-8 with 3:55 to go in this one. That's going to be a gain of probably 5. And that was Tennell again, I believe that carry. Yes, it was. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 coming up, as now he's continuing to get the football. 3:38 to go in this one. Ashland up 48-8. 2nd and 5 for the Royals. They have it on their own 30-yard line as Ashland continuing to send in subs on the defensive side. They are going to come out in strong eye left, wide out to each side. And it's going to be handed off. They're going to go this time to Watson. He's going to get it on the left side. He gets tackled at the line. Thought they had him, but he's going to bull his way up for 4 yards up to about the 35-yard line. They're going to give him a first down. So they're going to spot it about the 35-yard line. It was actually, I believe, number 17. Yeah, Walton who got that one. So Walton with the carry. So he's going to get 5 on that and a first down. So 1st and 10 for the Royals. 2:50 to go in this one. It's 48-8 Ashland. They have the ball with strong eye left with a wide out to each side. It's handed off to the fullback up the middle, and that is number 47, Raiden McRoberts, the junior or the senior. He's going to get 3.
Baker Sutton makes the stop.
Good job by Sutton there, and that's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Royals. They're going to have it on their own 38 right now as the Tomcats lead 48-8, 2:19 to go in this one. So the Royals coming out, shotgun, back to each side, and a wide out on the near and the far sides. And it is Gregory gets the snap. He's going to take it himself and wanted to pitch it out, but a flag comes down beforehand, and we'll see if that's on. I believe that's going to be on Mason. And that's going to be a false start. So that's going to back him up. That's going to make it 2nd and 12. Mason from their own 33 with 1:57 to go in this one. Ashland, the running clock situation, they lead Mason 48-8. As they're going to come out with, and that's going to be McRoberts at the fullback position, Walton at the tailback position as they're in pistol now, and Gregory at quarterback. He's going to drop back. He's going to try to throw it deep left side and just short of his intended receiver. About 5 yards short, missed the mark, and that's going to make it 3rd and 12. Mason County, 1:23 to go in the 4th. Ashland ahead 48-8. As they'll try to convert this 3rd down, and an outstanding group at Mason County. As freshmen, this team actually made it to the state semifinals where they would fall 38-28 to Bardstown. And they've had a great run here, no doubt. A down year for this team, but, I mean, it's partially down. I put that in quotations due to their schedule.
Exactly. Tough schedule. Yeah, they're going to finish 3-8, Tyler, but, man, when you think about who they played.
They're a good 3-8 team. Yeah, they're going up the middle, and it's going to be handed off to let's win a gain of 5-6 yards on the play. That's Tindall. He's going to get to with 36 seconds to go. He's going to get up to about the 42-yard line.
And Mason took a timeout. They want to stop this running clock. They want to get another couple plays in.
Yeah, we'll keep it here. I admire the tenacity. 36.8 seconds to go. I have to, games like this, I know it's a big win for that, but you see things like that. I remember when Rowan County came here in 2023. They lost 48-0, but they came in, they got 2 first downs, ran 6 minutes off the clock in that stretch, and ran everything. Coach Kelly Ford threw everything in the kitchen sink out at Ashland, and, just didn't work. But I was so impressed with the effort and heart they showed, and that sends a message. I mean, it really teaches a good life lesson there. As Ashland now up 48-8 will come out of the huddle for timeout. Mason County will have it 4th and 3 on their own 42-yard line. Over 200 yards tonight for Tanner Stutler with 4 passes of 30 yards or more. Justin Hughes getting his first touchdown reception. He has 68 yards receiving. Is now Mason coming out.
Stutler had a big night, but I really thought, overall, Ashland very balanced offensively. Got a lot of good things done in the running game.
They did. Split backs for Mason County, and that's going to be handed off. No, it's going to be Gregory rolling right. It's thrown deep and caught on the far side at about the 35 of Ashland before he's pushed out of bounds. That's number 7, Kyson Fox, who got the catch. And that may have been the last play for Mason. Gregory trying to rush him back out.
Yeah, they want to get at least one play in and probably take a shot for the end zone.
Yeah, they'll go for this, as that's a gain of about 23 on the play. Kyson Fox, who's played quarterback some this year for Mason. It's going to be shotgun. Gregory's going to drop back last play. He's under pressure from the Tomcats rolling left. He throws it, had a wide open man downfield. Number 40, Caleb Roy, and Ashland's pressure got there.
Well, they had a couple of things going on. They had a guy come on late. And and that, I think that's the call.
There's
illegal participation.
So Ashland will win this one 48-8. They will advance to the second round of the KHSAA state tournament, where they will play against Highlands next week at Highlands on Friday night. We're going to take a break and come back. We'll have some stats, and then we'll have head coach Chad Tackett here on 97.9 The River.
Clark's Pump and Shop is honored to serve the tri-state area with money-saving monthly specials on items that you love. Download from their app from the App Store, or even more great value, sign up for their Clark's Loyalty Rewards to get cents off gas and earn points on each purchase to redeem for free products. Stop in today for fast, friendly customer service. Clark's Pump and Shop is a proud supporter of the Ashland Tomcats, fueling our hometown spirit every day. Return, refresh, and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop.
Ladies, prioritizing your health starts with Marshall OBGYN. From screening exams to disease prevention to management of reproductive problems, our team offers a complete range of services for women of all ages. Thinking about growing your family? Marshall OBGYN's physicians are experienced in providing you the support you need for normal or high-risk pregnancies in a friendly, family-oriented environment. Learn more at marshallhealth.org/OBGYN.
Kindred Communications is committed to equal employment opportunities. We are actively seeking organizations that assist in connecting job seekers with employers. If your organization is interested in collaborating with us, please reach out. Visit kindredcom.net or call 304-523-8401 for more information. Kindred Communications Incorporated. Equal opportunity is our priority.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
Ashland defeats Mason County 48-8 here at Clark's Pump and Shop Putnam Stadium, Doug Childers Field, and the Dick and Dickie Martin press box. As looking at some numbers, and Bill, you can just cut me off as I read through these, or whatever your thoughts are. Mason County with Camden Gregory, 4 of 17 through the air, 63 yards. On the ground, Mason as a whole I had him at 62 unofficially. For Ashland on their side, Tanner Stutler, as he goes 10 of 16 through the air, 233 yards. Davis with 52 on 8, surpassing 1,000 yards. Also 20 touchdowns for him on the year. Stutler with 20 yards on 4 carries and a touchdown. Also with Stutler with touchdown passes to Taylor, to Hughes, and to Duckweiler, as Sipkins finishes with 7 yards on 5 carries. Shavers 17 on 4. Farrow 15 on 4. Taylor 14 on 2. McCoy 31 on 2. And Rucker 1 of 2. So Ashland well over 100 yards on the ground tonight, as I have them exactly 79. So I should have added this for 96, 111, 125, 156, 158 on the ground.
Come on, Tyler, you're an accountant. We expect better than that.
I know, man. Slacking there is on the receiving end. He's had 3. It's too funny. 3 for 68. Lions 1 for 37. We hope he's okay. He went down early with an injury. Saw him walking around on the sideline. Duckweiler, a 61-yard touchdown reception. Taylor with 3 receptions, including a 3-yard touchdown reception. Kinser with 1 reception for 9 yards. So the Tomcats getting it done. And you know, Bill, this is going to force Highlands a little bit on film. Yeah. They're going to have to pay attention now more to Ashland from the passing game, because before.
Not only that, also Ashland came out in some different formations. Obviously, they came out and did a little wishbone. So that's going to give the coaching staff at Highlands a little more to think about, a little bit more to prepare for. That's going to take up some time in their practices as they prepare for the Tomcats visit next Friday night.
That's something I believe Jim Matney used to do an awful lot. He would come out in a lot of if he got up big, he'd come out in some oddball formations and force teams to have to spend time at practice.
I think some people would call them goofball formations. Because usually Matney was pretty dedicated to the run of the bone, but you're exactly right. You especially this time of the year, the weeks get a little short. And you don't have a lot of time to plan sometimes, and you put a little psychological thing in somebody's head. There's nothing wrong with that, and that's what Ashland maybe was doing tonight with Highlands.
That's true. As Ashland now improving to 7-4 on the season, as they reach the 7-win mark. I believe the only year since 2007 that they haven't done that was 2014 when they went 6-5. So the Tomcats achieving that total and also advancing to the second round of the playoffs. And again, every year since that 07 year when they went 2-8. After that, they have made at least the second round. So the Tomcats, 09 they lost in the first round to Dixie Heights, but other than that, so the Tomcats making quite a run here and look to go to Highlands. Of course, Highlands coached by Bob Spire, heavy on the passing game, and you know that they're going to be bringing it. They don't run the ball a lot. I know I mentioned Lorenzen had 18 rushing touchdowns, but they don't run it. They like to go. They run a lot of screens. I remember at Lexington Catholic, he was there from 1992 until he won the state championship in 2005.
Yeah, what they're going to
run screens.
Well, they're going to see this film, and they're going to see how aggressive Ashland is at rushing the passer. They'll probably want to hit that screen game big time, especially that middle screen, which at times was effective, especially in the second half for the Royals.
It was. Yeah, they did a good job getting that. They made some good halftime adjustments, I thought, despite being down 34-0. And Ashland, wow.
Unlike last week's game where, Ashland was, really had a struggle with Catholic, Lexington Catholic, Tomcats kind of overmatched the Royals tonight in this one, that's for sure, and it results in a 40-point win, 48-8.
Mason County would try to open up with an onside kick. Ashland would get it, would score in 3 plays on a 17-yard touchdown run from Cam Davis, making it 7-0. Ashland would get a stop. Ashland would come back right down and score again to go up 14-0. And right after an interception from Brody Simpkins, Mason County would have a goal line stand to stop the Tomcats on 4 downs and would get the ball back and have some momentum momentarily. But Ashland again would come right back at them, go up 21-0, and then the passing game really started to click. You had touchdown passes of 3 yards from Stutler to Taylor, of 23 yards from Stutler to Hughes, and of 61 yards from Stutler to Duckweiler. Mason would get their lone score coming out after halftime. They earned it, no doubt, but Ashland with giving up a big kick return over the middle and 2 pass interference penalties, but credit to Mason. They capitalized, and these were legit penalties. They capitalized on it and were able to get the touchdown, and then a hard-fought 2-point conversion from Camden Gregory, quarterback, to get in for the score. But then Ashland would again come right back down and score again. So your final score is 48-8 Tomcats. We're going to take our break and come back. We'll have Chad tacked on shortly on 97.9 The River.
No down payment? No problem. Here at KFB, we make homeownership easy with our no down payment home loans. Whether you're buying your first home or ready for something new, KFB is here to guide you every step of the way. Apply today and take the first step towards your dream home with no money down. Restrictions apply. Not all applicants will qualify. KFB, the better bank. Located at Ashland, Catlettsburg, Louisa, Summit, and Wheelersburg. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fall may be the busiest time of the year. So much going on. So let Jim's Steak and Spaghetti take one thing off of your mind. What to eat. Enjoy Jim's one-of-a-kind spaghetti, haddock fish, famous homemade pies, and now introducing West Virginia hot dogs, all served with Jim's great quality service. Dine in or now order online and have it delivered. It's good food fast. Jim's Steak and Spaghetti, 920 Fifth Avenue, downtown Huntington. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 8:30, and Sunday, 11 to 3. Jim's, Fifth Avenue, Huntington, or jimspaghetti.com.
Our Kindred Communications family of stations reminds you of the need for blood donations to the Red Cross. Blood is always needed. It may save your life or the life of a loved one. This reminder is brought to you in part by
Robert's Lawn and Landscaping, residential or commercial, serving the tri-state. Phone 304-633-5822. Ray's Mexican Cantina, 234 3rd Avenue in Gallipolis, Ohio. Phone 740-441-5871. And Altizer Farm Supplies. See the Central Boiler, Outdoor Wood Furnace at 585 Center Point Road, Thurman, Ohio. Phone 740-245-5196.
This Christmas, shop local and give the gift of beer. Kerber Beer Company is now canning their own brews. Perfect for stocking stuffers, Christmas parties, and holiday cheers. Grab a Kerber shirt, hoodie, jacket, hat, beer glass, or gift card for the beer lover in your life. And don't forget to bring a Kerber growler to the Christmas party. It's the hit of every holiday get-together. Kerber Beer Company, Brady Street in Barboursville. From our village to your glass. KerberBeer.com.
It's Black Friday all month long at M&K Maytag in Proctorville. Stop in today and take advantage of all the great deals on appliances. Buy before the end of the month and you'll be entered to win a brand new KitchenAid mixer. Drawing to be held December 1st. The more you buy, the more chances you have to win. Dishwashers, refrigerators, ranges, washers, dryers. You'll find them all at M&K Maytag. Win a brand new KitchenAid mixer and celebrate great Black Friday deals right now at M&K Maytag in Proctorville. Online at RaymondKMaytag.com.
At home or at work, in the car or at the gym, there's nothing more convenient than the fast service and the quality products brought to you by Tyler Mountain Water and Coffee. If you're always on the go with family, friends, co-workers, and business associates, give Tyler Mountain Water and Coffee a chance. They have everything that you need, from filtration coolers, coffee for your work, at-home delivery, and 8-ounce, 10-ounce, and half-liter bottles, or by the pallet. Tyler Mountain Water and Coffee, where great taste just comes naturally. Visit us at TylerMountainWater.com.
I'm here with Chris from Christopher's Eats, and Chris, it's never too early to start planning holiday parties.
Yeah, absolutely. Big or small, we've got you covered. We'd love to host your holiday gatherings. Reach out now and lock in your date before the calendar fills up.
I've seen your second floor space. It's perfect for friends, family, or even office parties.
And our team can even bring the party to you.
Oh, you can cater it. Christopher's makes it really easy. Call Christopher's Eats today to reserve your holiday party. Route 16 Huntington, online at Christopher'sEats.com.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Is your car ready for fall and winter driving? Now's the time to let TikTok Tire winterize your car, truck, or SUV. They got what you need. Tires, wipers, batteries, all ready to beat the cold before it beats you. Don't wait for a breakdown in the snow. TikTok Tire will get you fall and winter driving ready. Their customer service can't be beat. TikTok Tire, trusted by the tri-state since 1955. TikTok Tire, 2102 3rd Avenue, Huntington. Phone 304-525-7831. Scott and the TikTok Tire team will take care of you.
Here's another Kinder Communications community chatter. There'll be a fundraising event benefiting River City's Harvest and the Facing Hunger Food Bank at the Kentucky Bluebird Grill and Pub in Ashland on Saturday, November 8th from noon to 11 p.m. The goal is to raise $10,000.
This Kinder Communications community chatter brought to you by Smokin' Jay's Rib and Brew House, the Tri-State's best barbecue and ribeye. U.S. Route 60, Camp Landing, Ashland. Smokin' Jay's, come fire it up. Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
We're going to have Coach Tackett here, but beforehand, I just want to post and just remember one of the all-time great Tomcats, Clint Wheeler, who was part of the team in the 1960s, that's standing at 6'7". Wheeler, who played from 1963 to 1966, passed away this week, scoring almost 1,300 points in his 3 years in basketball, and a trip to the Sweet 16 where they would advance to the Elite Eight. And prayers go out to Clint's family, and I am with Ashland head coach Tad Tackett. The Tomcats get a 48-8 victory over Mason County. And Coach, let's talk first off on the we had a couple guys go to Sam Lyons, went down early. How is he doing?
We'll see. We'll get those guys evaluated this weekend and find out more Monday. So
okay, we keep them in your prayers. And we want to start off by talking about the passing game with Stutler tonight. He looked, man, the best he's looked all season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did a great job. Really got his feet, settled early and made some nice throws and did some good things. And then, Justin made some really nice catches, in the open field. And then, Sam had a nice catch and run, and Mason, and then, Dylan there at the end. So really proud of all those guys at the receiver. Logan Kintzer even had a nice catch on the sideline. And those guys did a good job. But I thought Tanner did an excellent job getting those guys the football and commanding the offense.
Mm-hmm. And let's talk a little bit about that transition with Justin Hughes from quarterback to receiver. As this week, the way they played, it looked like Stutler and Hughes had connected together all year. Hughes with some acrobatic catches out there.
Yeah, they had a good week of practice, and we split him out there at practice. And Mason Wolf was sick most of the week, so we didn't know if we were going to have him tonight or not. And so we ended up getting some good quality reps out there, and I thought he did a fabulous job. And we played him some there this summer, and before we moved him to quarterback. So really good job, both those guys all the way around. And I thought the guys did a good job running the football, and I thought defensively we played really well tonight.
And let's talk about that, especially the front four and the rush that you guys got, because in the first half, and Gregory, a good quarterback, but I had him finishing 4 of 17 through the air tonight and was under heavy pressure all night from them. It seemed like they got in a good rhythm and was able to get a lot of pressure back there on him.
Yeah, Ride Rucker and Luke McCoy did a really good job pressuring, and then we just rotated a bunch of guys. Avian Lee made his first start tonight as a sophomore and did a good job, and looked like his old man out there from back in the day, so playing D-line. And then Ben Pritchard, I thought, had a really nice game for us, and Brandon McGee had a good game until he got injured there, and then we had Noah Thompson rotating in there too. So it was just a good all-around effort from those guys. They kept the quarterback busy, and even some of our younger guys that got in there, Hagan Samuels, got in there and had some good quality reps. So they did a good job, and I thought our linebackers did a good job applying pressure as well. Keyshawn Newman and J.J. Keys, and I thought Brody had an excellent game on defense. Had a big pick, and Luke Ellis and Bryden Hughes, did a good job out there as well. So really good job. I thought our secondary was solid. We didn't play Cam on defense tonight, and trying to rest his ankle as much as we could. And we had Sam, taking Cam's spot on defense, and then Sam goes down. So we got thin quick. But I thought Trent Giss and Logan Kinser stepped up, and of course I thought Tanner Woodman had an excellent game tonight. So those guys did a really good job.
And on that last touchdown reception, the one that Dylan Duckweiler had talk about that, because we've been looking to get Duckweiler going all year.
Yeah, it was crazy. We kept trying to get the ball to him the whole game, and it's just like it was a tip ball here or this or that. We had miscommunication on a route, one time, and it was like, gosh, can we get the ball to him? And then we called a play to try to just throw it to him. Well, then we ended up throwing it to the tight end, to JJ, and the ball ends up getting tipped, and Dylan grabs it out of the air and takes it to the house. So I was just happy to see him get in the end zone. It's been a long year for him, and he's not got the catches and stuff like he did a year ago, and he's just persevered through it and really taken a lot of pride in blocking, and his blocking on the perimeter this year has been unreal, just fantastic. And he's an unselfish kid, and he's just a great football player. And I hope he goes on and plays in college, because he's got a lot of good football left in him.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about his work ethic a little bit with Duckweiler, because I remember seeing him coach. He'd come to practice, and then he'd be at South Ashland Giovanni's working.
Yeah, that's who he is. He's that type of kid. Great worker. You need something done, whether it's a fundraiser or we're doing something, volunteering for something. Ducky's always there, and he leaves practice and goes straight to work and works on the weekends. He's just a phenomenal young man, and he's got he's got great grades. Good student. He's just a very well-rounded young man, and one of the nicest kids you could ever talk to, and his mama should be very proud of him.
Mm-hmm. And let's talk about Highlands next week. Thinking back, 2014, I know you're the defensive coordinator on that team. You guys went down with Quentin Baker and company, gave them a scare. 2012, Ashland was within 3 points at halftime. Both of those state championship teams at Highlands, and I think, honestly, Coach, I think we got a shot.
Yeah, those years that's when they had a lot of people on their roster, had a very large roster, so that game got away from us just because at that time they only played guys one way. So our guys were playing both ways, and we just got worn down. But this year they still play a lot of guys one way, but they got a few guys that go both. And I think we got a good team, and we're going to go down there and I told the guys after the game tonight, they just got to believe. Just go down there and lay it all on the line and see what happens. And we know they're a good team, but we think we're a pretty good team too, and we just haven't showed it at times this year. And hopefully we'll have a good week of practice and go down there and let it all hang out.
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate your time. The Tomcats to take on Highlands next Friday night, 7 o'clock. It'll be at Highlands High School. We'll have the action for you here on 97.9. We want to say thank you all for tuning in and listening tonight. The Tomcats defeat Mason County 48-8. And we want to say thank you all. God bless you and good night, everybody, here from Clark's Pump and Shop, Putnam Stadium.